Oh my! Well, we're live. Not live. Yeah, we're live. The audio is live. Huzzah!
Hello! Hello,
You
did
universe.
it.
I butchered that so
So we
hard.
all live? We all
Just
live?
voided
Steve,
it.
Yes?
Yes.
I hear
Are we? Are
echo.
we
Over
live?
there. Can you hear
Okay.
now?
Steve, did you just say soiled it?
Soiled it.
Moided it.
No, I
Moided.
said soiled. I don't know what the actual scuffed.
Scuffed. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
it's
Hello,
is.
and welcome to
SpongeBob thing.
Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream.
I promise you, I did not get that from SpongeBob because I've never
As
watched
you can
SpongeBob.
see, all it takes is 1 month for us to totally forget how to intro ourselves.
Did we
Getty, do
know
you
how to
need a
do that
hand?
before?
Getty, do you need a hand?
Is that a SpongeBob reference?
No, do you need a hand down off that high horse from never having seen SpongeBob?
Dang! As you can see, we're starting from a high point.
Huh.
Oh my God. Getty, roll a death save.
Yeah, hold on. It's a 16. Fuck you.
It's a pass.
Oh my.
Alright, so I am Ben Quiggins, your lovely GM. This is Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream, where we follow the Kestodians, a bunch of crazy guys on a space station. Crazy people on a space station. A collection of weirdos. Why don't you introduce yourselves, my players?
Yeah, and as one of those collection of weirdos, I'm Steve, Average Calamities, he, him, and I play Scarrick, the Bravash roboticist, and his big, lumbering, wonderful robot friend Mars. That's it. That's it.
Hi, my name's Getty, aka Ragnarok Rose, on the interwebs. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Twig. Is this the right way to gesture at the character art, Aaron? Help me out
It's
here.
other side. You're
Okay,
you're
I'm playing
left.
Twig, who's a proxy paladin, and her pronouns are also she, her. Yeah. I have nothing to shout at besides, like, my friends, as usual, who are always there for me.
Aw,
Aww.
so wholesome.
Aww.
Very wholesome.
What's up, everybody? I am Aaron. Pronouns are he, him. I play the part of Arrow. You can find me at NanoBoost on all my handles. And I'm very excited to be back. I also do all of the technical direction and graphics for this stream, which somehow are working perfectly now. So, chef's kiss. We'll see how long that lasts. And what? Audrey's giving me a look.
Somehow, Mr. I upgraded my computer and have 2 giant video cards in it now.
Shh, don't call me out.
That usually does help.
Audrey, do your intro.
Sure. Hi, I'm Audrey. This is my closet cosplay of Ace Ventura. Not literally. This is just what my hair looks like, and I decided to wear this shirt. Astro Boy, Ace Ventura, take your pick, pick your poison. There it is. I play Ever, the Easonite survivalist. It's been a month. I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks since I had to do her voice, but I didn't really have her voice 2 weeks ago, so we'll just see how tonight goes. Really, I gotta watch Birds of Prey again, Aaron. I was like fresh off of it when
I
we
know.
started the stream.
I
It was like
know.
1 week after.
That would be a good way to take care of this issue. You're all looking at me now. Did we plug everything that needs to be plugged?
No, we didn't.
I mean, Aaron, do you want to show people your dice box? Ooh, this is a
Yeah.
good option. How's this?
Absolutely.
Now I look
That's
like
actually not bad.
one of the adults pretending to be a high schooler in the Dear Evan Hansen trailer that just dropped. So
Yes.
You fit in
Look,
with most young-ish looking celebrities then.
none of you all are in the musical theater fandom or whatever, but my friends have been just roasting the absolute fuck out of it, like posting pictures from Greece where it was like 40-year-olds playing 16-year-olds. So
You look like a hacker that got hired by the FBI in Miami.
yeah,
Hacker Miami,
Mhm.
I will take it.
featuring Audrey.
I will
That
take it.
character in New Fast and Furious.
All right. Well, if we've plugged everything that needs
No,
to
we
be
haven't.
plugged,
We haven't
Aaron,
plugged
Aaron.
anything.
Aaron,
I have a
no.
dice tray here, made by our wonderful friends over at Campa Creations. They are incredibly talented. Thanks to Chris's hard work, I can now roll my dice without sending them flying all over the floor where I step on them later. Audrey,
allegedly.
Yes.
don't you have things to plug?
I have just this thing to plug, which is my beautiful magnetic insert notebook from Talinchi Studios. They also make these as traveler's notebooks that aren't magnetic inserts. So if you want different ones every time, you can get those as well. Steve, did you show people your dice? Do you want to show people your dice?
I sure as hell do.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick them up out of the box because there's several. Oh, look at them. They look so cool.
Look at those
These
beautiful dice.
They are going everywhere. These are my
This is why the
custom
box
Mars
exists.
and Scarrick dice from Terrible Trio Crafts on Etsy. Go check them out. They are wonderful human beings. And I'm going to find that dice at some point. It's not the D20. I'm good on that.
That's the
But
only
I think I
important
need
one.
it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
But that's everyone to plug here at the beginning, except for, of course, we would be remiss not to mention that Nutellarella does all of our character art, so all the art next to our names, and that you saw in the intro is done by Emmy. You can find her at Nutellarella. She does great work.
And she does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's been a month,
Yeah, it's been.
so I'm going to recap everything here as quickly and succinctly as I can. So, the Kestodians spoke with Munir, who is Ever's boss, who mentioned a new part of the station that hadn't yet been accessible was suddenly accessible. A portion of the ground in the farming district in Wing 3 of the space station Kestia seismically opened after the network lockout that happened during their crew's last adventure, interacting with some technology that caused this. However it happened, there is a crevice opening up on the ground there. The government came in, they tented the place up, they put up some walls, they haven't really got a chance to look at it yet, bureaucracy moves pretty slow, and so they just kind of set the place aside and said, we'll figure it out later. Well, you guys are coming in before later happens, because Munir has a feeling that what you'll find down there is going to be related to the Lewis Avon Empire that once owned this station, and the mythical artifact that he is looking for and believes is on the station, the Mask of Rano Eru. So the lot of you guys decide to help out Ever, and you headed to the third wing. You checked out the place, and you ran into a couple of old friends. Well, specifically, a couple of Twig's old friends. One of which was Silky, who is getting clean and working a farm job for some good money. And the other is a Wireborn woman named Jean Ulster. And Jean...
That would be a human Wireborn?
Yes, that's correct.
Cool.
Jean caught on to you guys fairly quickly as to why you were actually there, if she didn't already know. But she herself
She
was there for
the
kind of the same
reason.
reason. And so, after convincing you guys to let her tag along, you guys infiltrated the rather plain government walls. You get down into the crevice, and inside you found what appears to be some kind of landing area for spaceships, or at least it was a long time ago. Full and complete with signs of conflict and destruction, as well as erosion and rubble from time. You then chose one of two passageways from this main area, and you followed it down to a near dead end where there was a door that looked kind of like a spaceship door, and beyond was the remains of a ship that had at some point been fused into the station itself. This Lewis Avon vessel looked like it had come under some conflict of some kind. There was ancient dead bodies with gear reminiscent of 800 years past when the Lewis Avon Empire controlled this place. And inside the cockpit, you managed to scrounge up some of the remaining data which you're planning to look through. But while doing so, you set off some kind of alarm, and with the intruder alert monotone hovering above you, a hulking liquid metal golem Quicksilver Golem, if you will, is lumbering down the hall towards you guys, and Ever, I believe, is watching the door. So
Yes. Also, just a note: we already listened to some of the logs. It confirmed that they definitely had the mask on board this ship.
yes, okay, yeah, you did listen to a few of the logs.
That's
Yeah.
like one thing I wrote in my notes.
Oh, yeah. At some point, the mask was on this vessel. Okay, so it's initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Where you guys are at in the vessel, in the cockpit. So Scarrick was hacking. He was up front by the panel of the ship. With him was, I believe, Arrow.
Yep.
Twig and Ever were watching the door, and Mars is kind of hovering between each pair, each duo. Cockpit's pretty small. We're talking like a 15-foot diameter room, so you're all pretty much squeezed in there.
I am 90% sure that it was Scarrick and I at the door, and Twig was helping Arrow because it was a runic terminal.
You are absolutely correct.
Oh, that's
Scarrick and I
right.
were picking up artifacts off of the bodies to give back to Munir via my suitcase, and we got back to the door.
Yeah, I didn't have that written in my
It
notes,
was
but you're
runic.
totally right.
You're right.
It is a runic
Mhm.
terminal, so it would make sense that Arrow was the one who was digging into it.
Yeah, runeware control terminal. That's two useful things I wrote in my notes last session.
Why don't you just read your notes? Obviously, I did not read. I did not write down the last couple
Here's my
things.
notes. There's not very many of them. 3 paths, deepest underground, hangar bay. None of that is like connected by arrows,
Yeah,
so I don't know what
okay.
that means.
All right. Well, the hangar bay is what you found.
Gene Ulster, Twig's wireborn friend, investigating the tear because a KGC person bought the facility before the earthquake and suspects the KGC is looking for something underground here.
Mhm.
At least that one's coherent. Lewis Haven, airlock room, a battleship that got built around to become part of the station. Runeware control terminal, old logs. Ship definitely had the Mask of Rano Eru, and that's everything I wrote.
All
So
right.
there you go.
Now roll initiative. The organic process of remembering what happened a month ago.
I know.
Organic.
Ben, I know that we talked about this a little bit last time, but for my lay of the land, it matters how long we've been down here because I get to add my proficiency to a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we did talk about this, and it has to do with the wing as a whole, which
Not
because
the
you guys
underground.
correct, which because we decided that you're going by which wing you're on rather than the actual terrain.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it only takes me, oh God, what level am I? 6? It only takes me 8 hours now.
Right, and you guys spent that extra time up here because you had to leave and come back. So we said that you were good.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure before I started rolling stuff. Okay.
I do have to note I did get new dice, and the D20 is a unicorn. Just for everybody to be aware.
That's so cute. I actually also got new dice, and
Do they have a unicorn on them?
They do not, but they are a non-binary flag.
Oh, that's cool. I love
Yeah.
that.
You know, it'd probably help if I grabbed my block of stats.
It's okay. It can just take 5s, Ben. That's in the
Just
book.
5s the whole
Just
time, right?
Yeah.
Just takes
Just roll a
5s.
d6 for it instead of a d20.
Okay, all right. I'll take that under advisement. What did everybody get for initiative?
My initiative is a 15.
Okay.
My
Garrett?
initiative is... Oh, sorry. My name's not Scarrick.
8, okay. What about you, Arrow?
16.
Okay. And Ever.
10. Don't forget Gene.
I do need to roll for Gene, you're right.
Ha!
Okay.
Hey, Ben, use the purple die for Gene. Use the purple one for Gene, and not
I don't
the gold
actually
one.
have the purple one on my desk.
Oh,
Damn.
Ben's purple die. The lore behind it.
I only have the flag dice on my desk right now.
Okay, all right, I will accept it.
Yeah. Just come with 2d20, so I guess we'll see which one is the spicier one. It looks like this thing doesn't add much to initiative. There we go. Oh, in fact, it subtracts from initiative. Okay. Twig, you got a 15.
Mm-hmm.
You tied.
Sweet. Do you want me to reroll or do you want my dex?
Reroll, please.
That is a nat 20.
All right.
Sheesh.
Solves that problem.
That's a good sign for my first two rolls off of this die.
There it
Not
is.
bad. All right. Well, first up is Arrow. So you heard the alarms. You
They're
heard the
probably not in
thuds.
common either. Like the alarms are just like a loud.
Yeah, you don't understand what they're saying. You hear loud thumping from the hallway. We'll give you guys a chance to, like, I don't know, warn them, because obviously 2 of you are seeing this.
Yeah, I would at least say, so there's a security system thing. It's like a security robot or something.
Okay. I don't think I did that. Um, so if that's what whatever says, I think Arrow's going to try and see if he can. He can't read most of this panel, can he? Because it's all in another language.
That is correct.
Ah, crap! I didn't think about that. He can't read this thing.
We're reading it with my dictionary, which I gave to Twig when I went to help.
You do have a
Twig's been working
dictionary.
over it.
Yes. Can I?
But Twig is about to turn and fight, so you might lose the dictionary here.
That's fair.
Just throw the book at Arrow. It's fine.
Yeah. I can do that on my turn, right? Interact with an object is take the book from
Yeah, you can.
Twig. And
she's paying attention to the doorway now.
probably more interested in the thing that's about to come kill us. Arrow doesn't have the bravery to look behind us, so he's gonna take the dictionary and see like which one of these is like just look for the word disable or stop, which is very dangerous considering that could mean anything. But
roll investigation with disadvantage.
Let's see, investigation. So,
Just some quick work.
Dang it! I was gonna use my adaptable legacy, but I'm actually proficient in investigation, so I just gonna have to roll a disadvantage. Okay, so that is actually still an 11.
You flip through you're pressing buttons, you're trying to get to a thing. You see a prompt that definitely says the word stop.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop.
You press it.
Press it.
There's a pause. And then you feel the vessel like shake for a second. And you hear a clunk noise.
A clunk noise.
Yeah,
How
from the hallway.
From the hallway. Okay.
Yeah. So those of you who are peering into the hallway right now, you see as the door back into the door you came in originally, like an emergency door, shuts over that.
So we're separated from them now, is what you're saying?
No, you're just locked in here.
But the golem's not locked in with us.
Yes, it is. Like the
damn
entrance to the ship as a whole closed.
Fine.
Like there's an emergency door that came down.
I was hoping that was not what you were going to say, but it's fine.
So Arrow hears a thump that sounds like a door and says, "Did we block it off? And are we safe? Oh shit!" That's my turn.
Another series of prompts show up.
Oh, no.
And you do see the word stop at least 3 more times in this additional prompt. You're welcome to keep pressing buttons.
How many buttons am I allowed to push in my turn?
You can push all of them if you want.
Push every button.
What do you think, chat? Do I push all the buttons?
All right, gang.
I'm
pull now. You have 5 seconds.
I'm gonna stall. I'm gonna stall for 7 seconds here to see if anybody at all responds to my question. I don't think we've ever tried to talk to chat before.
Oh my god!
The delay is so significant.
So like, Arrow.
feel
Play
like
it
if
like
you
a
flipping through
piano.
the
Steve
dictionary,
says every button, so
okay.
go
I feel like
ahead
if you
and
flipping
slap
through the
that down.
dictionary,
Try to
that's
play a
specific.
song on it.
Raz also says yes.
Every button. All right, Arrow's gonna push every
All
button.
right. So the arrow pushes all the buttons where it says stop, and then a bunch more thunk 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 thunk, and then finally the door to the cockpit slides shut, like the emergency door comes down. So the four of you guys, well, five of you guys are now in here, with the door closed. So this like reinforced emergency door just slid down in front of you. Twig, you're up.
Okay, so the path between us and the robot is now cut off.
That's correct. So you guys are in this like 15-foot diameter room now that has been
Okay.
totally closed off.
Totally. Do I think there are any other entrances to this vessel?
I don't know. Take an investigation check.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Investigation. That's gonna be an 11.
Okay. You kind of look around. Well, there's a ventilation system for the life support that's built into the ceiling. Those vents usually aren't made big enough for people to go through because everybody's seen enough movies to know that's a bad idea. But um, but you could, I guess, potentially try to find your way out through that. There's also what remains of what appeared to be like a glass vid screen up front. It used to probably see out into space, but now it just kind of sees out into darkness. You can't really see beyond it. You don't know if it's because it's like one way or something, but breaking that glass could potentially yield you another way out. Other than that, it's just the door.
Big. She's kind of just standing there, and I guess let's see here. I will. Can I ready an action to shoot at this robot if it comes through the door?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go find cover and do that.
Okay.
And she's like, it can probably last us out if it's gonna sit out there and just wait for us.
Half or 3/4 cover.
1/2 is fine.
Okay. You crouch behind like the pilot chair with the skeleton in it.
Yep.
You gonna say something, Arrow?
I can I can open that whenever we're all ready, if we want, or we can just stay in here forever. It's your call.
Well, the creature's up.
Hey Ben,
And-
but not that I want to make this worse for myself, but I do want to note Scarrick and Ever were looting bodies throughout the spaceship. We were not in the cockpit unless the entire crew was in the cockpit.
My understanding was while they were listening to the logs, you guys were listening in. And
Nope.
it was the end of the log that
We were specifically not, because I gave Twig the dictionary to help Arrow because I didn't know how long it was going to take. I was literally not in the room when they found the thing out about the mask.
Okay. I have in my notes here it says Ever at the door. So maybe you were in the
Yes,
hallway
door
side of the door?
The door of the spaceship, Ben.
Yeah. Isn't that the one that Arrow just closed?
No, that's the cockpit door. I mean, the door of the spaceship's closed too, but the robot's already in here.
Okay.
Not that I want to sabotage us, but I just want to say that. Like, my understanding was that I was not in the cockpit at all.
Okay.
Gotcha, I see. I thought you were at the threshold there where the hallway was. Alright,
I mean, that's
I guess that
fine.
means the door closed while you guys
I
are
was
in the hallway.
clearly misunderstanding the difference between hallway and
Well,
hall in
hold
the
on.
spaceship.
Can we like sorry, before we start
Let's-
getting into
yeah.
retconning, my turn would be different if that happened. So can we just say that we're all in the room for
You
the sake
only
of sanity?
close the one door and then close the other door. How many times does he get to press buttons in one round if he's translating?
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. Like, if we're in here now, then we're in here. That's fine. Just say that, Ben. Okay?
I was just gonna say the door to the cockpit could have closed and you could be in the hallway side of it.
It doesn't matter. Just we'll leave us in the cockpit. That's fine.
Okay. Sorry, my train of thought.
I think it's its turn.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Its turn. That's right. You hear a thud as it slams into the door, and you see from like the bottom crease like liquid metal sliding under it and rising up, and also the door itself just kind of being melded and melting into whatever it is.
Yay!
Hate that.
It's done. It's eating the door this turn. So, ever.
Is it eating the door in such a way that I can shoot it this turn, or do I need to wait?
The door is basically it. So I guess also
cool.
you get to shoot, Twig.
Okay, I'm gonna take a ready action. It's a crit. What the fuck?
What?
I can't move my camera to show it, but it's a crit.
Where's that hype
okay.
app, Aaron?
So that's gonna be my first attack out of my holster, which I guess gives me advantage. It doesn't give me a damage bonus, does it?
No.
No. Okay,
Sadly
that's
not.
fine. We're gonna attack with 1d8 plus 3 plasma damage. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's max on the d8. This dice set apparently loves me.
Did you roll twice the d8s?
Twice the
crit?
d8s? Oh, it's the crit, right.
Yeah, you did crit.
So 8 and 3, so that's 11 plus 3.
And did you want to smite or no?
I would actually love to smite at first level since I have the stuff for it. So that's going to be an additional 2d8. 2 and 5, so an additional 7 damage for 18 total.
18 damage total?
18 plus 3 plasma is going to be 21.
Okay. 21 damage.
So Twig whips the pistol out of her holster and shoots the door as it starts to melt. And she's like, I think we have other problems.
Alright, Ever. So Twig is shooting at it. What you doing?
Sure, I will also shoot at it. I'll move 10 feet parallel to it so that I get my damage bonus. And I'll bonus action targeting mark before I shoot.
Okay.
So I have 2 shots. They probably both, well, the second one might hit. 12 and an 18. This is my heavy pistol.
The 18 definitely hits. The 12, though, does not.
Okay. So then I've got 3, 5. Do you need the damage type separate? Because I don't remember what damage type targeting mark does.
It's more of whatever damage you're already dealing.
Oh, okay. So then this is just ballistic again then. So 5, 9, 11 damage.
Okay. Is that a magical weapon?
No, none of my weapons are ever magical. I cannot afford them.
I can't afford them, says the woman with many grenades.
Yeah, there's a reason I can't afford them. Grenades are more cost effective.
Grenades are cheap. Can't blame you for
Grenades
that.
are more cost effective. Okay. So, Ever, you moved away from the doorway, I assume, to shoot because you used a heavy pistol.
Yes.
I
don't have disadvantage even if I did stay in the doorway.
Feet. That's right.
Yeah, but I also did move because I wanted the 10-foot move bonus that I get as a survivalist.
Eric. So you're in Mars currently in the doorway. I do remember that you were inside Mars.
Yeah. Which Mars has magic weapons now because of
that's nice.
My last level up.
Smart.
Do we have network connection down here?
Not really, no.
Damn.
I was going to say last time you established that.
Yeah, we established that you don't really have the ship itself, now that Arrow has turned it on and such, is exuding a weak network signal.
A local network?
Yeah, it's like a local private network from the ship.
Interesting. Yeah. So you can affect stuff in the ship itself.
Yeah, you're getting a single Wi-Fi bar.
Ba-ding.
Well, I'm gonna put in a query for this defense system and like specs of the creature or like the construct or a way to turn it off.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Hmm. Well, so you're gonna have to hack onto the private network if you want to search them. You can roll. I'll let you roll probably science if you want to see what you can tell personally by looking it over.
Well, I would go off of science and pop culture. If we hit it with cold or extreme heat, also some electricity, maybe. I don't know. That didn't really do. They didn't really do that in the movie.
Roll for Terminator 2.
Does anyone have a battle lava?
If you roll science, perhaps you will get actual knowledge.
Shit. That's not good. That's a 10.
10, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's enough that you think that this is not a technological creature and it's not connected to the network. So it might have been awoken by it, but it is no longer under that sway. It has some amount of magical programming.
Well, Mars is gonna pull out the plasma blade and try to stab it.
Go for
That's
it.
fair enough.
Stabby stab.
Wow. I haven't rolled over a 5 tonight.
Oh.
So yeah, 10 to hit.
So Mars goes in to swing with the plasma blade, and misses. It stabs. He stabs into like the wall next to where the former door, now liquid golem is. And as his arm brushes the golem, it like sticks out, and you watch part of Mars's arm get liquidated off of it, into the construct.
Okay.
Mars takes only 1 point of damage, so you barely got nicked.
So we lost like a pinky.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
just like a little
Just melt
one
the armor
one
off.
paint
Oh!
layer, you know.
You know, here's the thing, Ben. That description suggested there was going to be a lot more damage to Mars.
You
Yeah, I
melt the
know.
hand off 1 point of damage.
I know, but you know,
Do you take constructive criticism?
I should have rolled first, okay?
You did it yourself. You got it.
Yep, there you go. I wanted it to sound cool. That's what's happening.
It does sound cool.
I wanted it to drive the point home that it can eat him.
Delicious.
Yeah, now I'm picturing this thing as the self-replicating bender monster in Futurama.
I don't know. I'm just like,
Sea
it's
of
an
tiny
ooze.
benders.
It's
From
an
one
ooze.
pop culture to another. So do you have 2 attacks? I don't remember.
Well, he has two. Well, he has, both hands going. But after that, I don't know if I want to stick the claw in him or the clamp.
That's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair. The clamp might be a bad idea. Okay,
Even though
fair
it's
enough.
magical.
It is magical.
Didn't stop him from hitting my
Well,
other
you missed
hand.
it with the sword.
I'll go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Won't know till I try.
That was a 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
so you try to clamp the liquid creature, and its hand just like digs all the way in there. And while your systems are telling you that the enchanted like magic covered claw itself is fine. The arm beyond the claw is being affected. For 3 points of damage.
The descriptions are so scary, and then the damage is just like,
Bloop.
I sneeze on
Hey,
you.
Hey Ben, I have a question. When you say like
Yes.
melting, like eating, I'm like, I want to understand. Is this like acid? Is this like hot melting? Is this like
So because it's
rusting really fast?
no
Or
no, it definitely looks like it doesn't look like the liquid golem itself is hot, but the way
okay,
the metal in its body moves is very much like it's literally dissolving other metal into its like own style of liquid metal.
okay. So it's becoming
Boiling.
liquid, but without like a temperature change,
Yeah,
like would
there
normally be
doesn't seem to be any
required.
temperature.
Okay.
There's no like rusting. There's no steam from acid or anything of that sort. It's just happening.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. Gross.
Yep. All right. Jean is up, and uh, they'll look back at Arrow and say, "I don't think the door did us any favors."
Right. Um,
Um, and she's gonna go ahead. She opens up like her jacket, and Arrow, since you're standing relatively close to her, you see the like 4 grenades in there. But then she looks around at like the 15-foot tiny ass room and grabs her pistol instead.
gosh.
Oh man.
Everyone's gonna be deaf by the end of
You know
this.
what I just realized about sorry, not to interrupt, but you know the scenario in like higher level games when there's at least one person in the party who knows Fireball, and every time you have combat in a small space, there's that conundrum between players, which is like, is this character gonna cast Fireball in this small space? I just realized, thanks to the grenades being an item in SNS, you can have that conundrum starting at level 1.
One.
Oh my god.
Everyone can have the conundrum.
Is Ben's mic cutting in and out for anybody else?
It's a little garbly.
A little bit here and
Okay.
there, but I'm pretty sure it's just internet. Not.
I wasn't sure. I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure.
Are you sure it's just internet?
Yeah.
Now I can hear you better, actually.
Okay. I moved it a little closer to my mouth. It could have been askew slightly.
It's no big
It's good
deal. It
now.
was just kind of muffled at first, so I wanted to make sure.
All right. So Gene fires. The plasma damages it somewhat. Not too much more than Ever's own shot, though. All right. Arrow, you're up. It has basically eaten that door at this juncture. The creature is larger than before. Currently, it's in like a big undulating door-shaped mass. Hasn't resumed its humanoid shape anymore.
And
but,
it's like
Flop to
it's
fit
like
the door frame.
it's like in
Yeah.
the door though, right?
Yeah, it is the door.
Well,
It's like when you had those Play-Doh makers that like pushed
Yeah.
the shapes out. Yeah,
Push the shape out. Yeah.
extruded them. Okay,
Rectangular shape being pushed it out.
gross.
that's awful. I hate that. Well, I guess Arrow's gonna slap those 3 buttons again. So hopefully this thing doesn't just disappear into the ceiling.
No, it appears the mechanism for this door is gone, but you do hear other clunks.
Okay, other clunks re-engaged. And nobody's been hurt yet, right? So like we're okay there.
Only
Mars
Mars.
has been
Yeah.
hurt
It hasn't.
That's
For 1
rough.
point
It hasn't
damage.
gotten to really go yet, so.
for 4 points of damage, Getty.
Oh, 4 points. My apologies.
Oh gosh. Oh jeez. I think
That's store right there.
Arrow's
You know
gonna...
what? Keep taunting. I'll just have to up the dice in the future.
No!
Pull
Stop!
out the special die.
Don't go to GM.
I will forever.
Then I'll
to
go get
GM.
their purple die, and then we'll all be up shit creek.
I
I think for what Arrow's gonna do for his turn is like push the buttons, and then that original button that he pushed that put the clunk outside, he'll try to push it again, and then be in a position probably to do something else his next turn. He wants to undo the door thing he just did because that wasn't good.
I mean, that's basically an interaction because you know those
Okay.
buttons now, so like you can just
That's
push
fair.
them.
Okay, well in that case, he'll just do that. He'll push those buttons, and then he's gonna get out of the chair that he's in, and let's do something fun. He's going to pull up his gauntlets, and he's gonna cast Fairy Fire at it.
Okay.
It's a door, so
I'll give
hopefully
it
it's
disadvantage
on its dex
because it
save.
is basically shoved itself in the doorway, like
It's
as
Play-Doh in a
Audrey
door.
described. Play-Doh coming through a little Play-Doh hole.
Extruding, you know?
I've
Yeah.
never heard Play-Doh described as agile, so
It's true. It does have a -1 on the
How
saving
hard you
throw.
throw it.
that's fair. Steve's got a point.
This dude has a point.
Okay. I'm assuming an 8 is not enough, so I guess he's very fired up.
He's Fairy Fired.
All right, so that means you have advantage on attack rolls against the creature, and it can't turn invisible, among other things, I guess.
And then
Yeah.
I'll
Anything
guess
else, bud?
as interact with an object. I used my attack action. I don't interact. Is that that's
It's the free thing.
it's a
that
free
you
thing,
do on
so
your
it doesn't
turn,
get
yeah.
my bonus. In that case, is it a bonus action to take half cover?
It is.
So Arrow's gonna do that, and then he's gonna have
Yeah.
cower behind the chair that he was just in.
So you hide behind the chair with Twig,
Yes.
except for 10% more cowardly than Twig is currently taking cover via.
That is correct.
Twig, you're up.
Twig's cover
Okay.
taking is strategic.
Strategic. You just flop behind the chair. I'm gonna peek my head out, and I'm just gonna put 2 rounds into this thing. I think I have 2 attacks. I have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, we're
You're
sixth
level
level.
5,
You're a
yeah.
paladin.
Yeah,
Ooh,
6th level. You better have 2
Sixth? I
attacks.
don't remember things. First attack is a 4, so that's a 10 total. I doubt that hits this critter.
Even with
Does
advantage.
not.
Oh,
You have
I
advantage, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fairy fire. That's
Fairy
right.
fire.
Second
Mhm.
roll is a 14. Does
14
that hit?
total? 14
Yes.
totals does not hit.
It must be a 15. Second attack is a 15 and a 16. So
16 total?
yes.
Leans off screen ominously.
That does not hit.
Shit.
So you are hitting it. It just doesn't seem to be harming it. You're not getting through its exterior. Like parts of it are essentially forming tiny metal shields and deflecting your little bolts.
Cool. I'll just mark off that ammo and panic a little bit, I think.
You know an 18 hit it because Audrey hit
yeah,
it.
an 18 hit it. Great.
I'll
That's my
hit it.
turn. I'm good. I'm maintaining half
All
cover.
right. As it finishes forcing its way through the doorway, it slumps a little bit and then rises up into a shape that looks oddly like Mars, almost like it's mimicking the machine in front of it. And then it takes its sword, which is not a plasma sword, but just part of its body, and that expands past Mars to the chair where Twig is taking cover. Twig and Arrow, I guess, as it comes at Twig. So what's your AC +2 there, Twig?
My AC +2. I have this
Yeah.
already written out with my armor. I guess I haven't activated my shield yet, so it's going to be a 19.
All right. So you're in cover. It doesn't hit you, but its sword pierces through the chair, and Arrow, you see the sword like come out, and you watch the metal portion of the chair like as it reaches out and just like sucks it into itself, and the chair just kind of crumbles into non-metal parts. The other thing, the giant claw, is coming at Mars to give him the clamp.
The clamp.
Is this
It's on the other
creature?
hand now.
Is this
What's
creature?
Mars'
The
AC?
clamp on the other hand. Ugh. That was good. That was great.
Wow, GG. Yeah.
What did they see?
16.
16? Okay. Fortunately, these dice don't roll for shit, I guess. So Mars is able to dodge the clamp. And
He moonwalks.
after that,
away from it.
a piece of it, which was still kind of behind it, flings just this piece of liquid metal that hardens midair as it flies towards Ever.
Or no.
Another 2. So that flies past Ever. It smacks into the wall, and it's just a piece of hard metal. It looks like having left the creature, it is no longer that weird liquid state. All right, Ever.
So Ben, what check would you say I need to make here to determine how best to hurt this seemingly mechanical magical thing?
It would be Arcana.
Are you sure that I can't persuade you it would be mechanics?
Oh my gosh.
I will let you roll mechanics, but the information you will get may not be as good as if you rolled Arcana.
What I'm trying to figure out, I'll just tell you this in advance so you can tell me. What I'm trying to figure out is if I should just keep shooting at it, or if it's worth my time to shove my arm in it with a grenade.
Go!
You
Especially
do
because I have a lot of types of grenades.
Yeah, you don't think that it's going to do what it did to Mars to you, and you do think it's possible to just shove your hand in there with the grenade.
The main thing is that I don't want to do a grenade thing that like explodes it into splatters and then it just reconstitutes itself. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing I'm trying to look for.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Mechanics or Arcana, I can do either.
Whichever one you want to do. That's a pretty straightforward question.
I'm gonna say 12 because I did mechanics.
Okay. Based on the fact that it chucked that thing, you'd surmise that even if it was able to reconstitute most of itself, some parts of it are probably just going to be lost if they get blown apart.
Okay, cool. So is it at least 10 feet away from me, Ben?
It is.
Great. So I'm gonna run up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god, what do I want to do here? I can either do extreme damage or I can try to impose a condition on it.
Ooh, sexy.
Well, let's ask the chat. What are these grenades?
Oh my god.
Here's the
Yeah!
30 second delay. Stop asking the chat.
There's 3 I'm torn between, okay? If I use a liquid nitrogen grenade, then it might impose the slowed condition on it.
Some cold damage.
Lightning is pretty much always good against robots, and so if I'm assuming that this is a magic robot, it might do a lot of damage. And then I also just have a shrapnel grenade that does way more damage than all my other grenades.
Well, keep in mind, shrapnel grenades, generally the metal is the shrapnel.
I know, and that's why I am not thinking necessarily that that's the right choice. But so lightning or nitrogen, I guess, is what we'll ask. But I'm gonna roll anyway.
Also, like if its body immediately starts breaking down metals, it'll break down the casing of the grenade.
It won't hurt. Well, I will have to trigger it. Like the timing will have to be good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say cold.
What do you want? Okay, I'll do nitrogen. What do you want me to roll for this, Ben? Because I'm not throwing the grenade.
You're gonna roll an attack roll, like a normal melee attack roll.
Like as though it's with one of my normal weapons that I normally would attack with. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say you're doing basically an unarmed attack, so you're proficient with it.
Does she
So
still
here's
get
the
the
question.
advantage from it being fairy fired?
Yes, you would get the advantage from the fairy fire. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I got a 15 to shove my hand into it. Does it just so I don't hit it?
Yeah, you're still gonna have to hit its AC, I think. So.
Okay.
No.
Well, I got
Second
another attack.
Uh-huh.
That one is a 25.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
I got really
Yeah,
worried for
I
a
mean-
second because it occurs to me that you have to pull the pin out of this grenade before you do
Yeah,
this.
It's called put your thumb in the pin and then go like
Boy.
at the
Okay.
same time.
Twig yell.
So now, Ever, I think what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you roll a dexterity saving throw to see how quickly you pull out.
That's fine. I'm probably not great, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a 9.
Oh boy.
I was fine until Steve laughed. Okay,
Is
I
this a
just said that out
stave?
there.
Is this a stave? Are you in my aura? Ah!
Save, but she's not close enough to you.
No!
The thing's up against the chair with Arrow and Twig in it.
I
No,
will
it threw
say
something at us.
that because it's blowing up inside it, I don't think it's gonna affect Mars. So I'll give Mars that much, even though he's standing right there. Okay, what's the damage? Go ahead and roll it.
It's let's see, 3d6 cold plus I moved, so it'll be an extra 2.
Mhm.
And also the thing will take my extra d8 from targeting mark.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do just the cold damage first. 6,
Targeting mark's a
7.
D6, though.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Sorry.
Yep.
9 cold damage, and it's
Mhm.
slowed if it failed its save. And then 3 from the targeting mark extra for the creature.
Okay, so 12 total damage. So you deal this cold damage to it, and it blows outwards. And you yourself, you're gonna take half that damage, so 6 to your
Sure.
arm as you're ripping your hand out. But you see its body like balloon up further than the Mars like shape that it was already in. And it just kind of stops there. That metal doesn't look quite as liquid or moving anymore. It looks stiffer.
Okay.
I love to do xenobiological research as it's trying to kill us. It's favorite part of this game here.
Getty,
Fascinating.
my flaw. Look, don't touch is a rule left in a museum. Okay? So
Could
this
you
is-
touch things with the grenade less?
no. It worked for me last time. Shoving a grenade down a creature's throat worked for me last time.
Very hands-on with her research
Boy.
at the cost of her own hands.
Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. Also, been slowed if it failed. I think.
It appears to be slowed.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I think that's just what is that, a 1 round or a 1 minute? It's a grenade. I don't remember.
Is that one of our? No, it's not one of our new grenades. That's an old grenade. I can look at
Liquid
that.
nitrogen is in the core book. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it right here.
Okay. Scarrick should take his turn though.
Yeah, Scarrick, what you doing?
Oh yeah. Well, now that it's a bigger target in front of me and a little bit slower, Mars's shoulder is gonna open up and just blast magic missile right into it.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Just reduces its move speed, Audrey,
Okay. I couldn't
For-
remember what the slowing property was.
by 1 minute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I will take it.
But it has other things that it reacts with cold.
I
so.
needed some D4s.
So you magic missile it?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's better than all of my attack rolls for this evening. 11 points of damage.
Yeah, that's force damage, right?
Yeah.
So these magic missiles, so at 3, this was 3 missiles at this level?
Mhm.
Yeah. These 3 darts of force energy fire out into the thing, and as each one hits it, you hear like shattering glass almost, as pieces just like shatter off of it. So you said it was how much damage? 10?
11 points of force damage.
11? It's deemed additionally effective.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I only have so many dark matter core charges.
You know, that's okay. We'll take what we can get. I only have so many grenades.
Do you have any more of the
Right.
cold ones?
Yes, I do.
Good. Okay, good.
All right. Jean is up, and she nods at Ever and says, "A little crazy, but very effective." And she reaches into her jacket and she pulls out a grenade. And she's gonna run up and
Oh no!
she's
Oh no!
she's gonna
Fuck!
try and shove it in one of the holes made
God.
by the magic missile.
Are you kidding me?
I
My
immediately
best
thought
friend
of Little
now.
Red
It's
Ryan.
like this?
My best friend now.
No!
A 19 on the die, that'll do it. So she drops one inside of it. Oh, she makes it. Okay.
Wigs.
And
Where did
you
you get that?
hear some of these cracks go down the front of it. A couple of shards pop out. All right, Arrow, you're up.
All right. So that happened twice. Um, and that's pretty damn cool. So is it still fairy fire? Or does that only last for like?
Fairy fire lasts for a minute, as long as you
Is
keep
it-
concentrating on it.
All right. Well, he's gonna.
You haven't taken damage, so you can.
Oh, he was behind the chair that is now half deteriorated. So
Let's not cover anymore.
not very good for cover. So Arrow's gonna go cower behind something else.
Okay,
So he's
bold
gonna
choice.
he's gonna back away, and I don't know if there's a whole lot more to hide behind. There's
There's
the
some-
Get under a
there's
console,
still
maybe?
the panel,
Yeah,
right?
The
There's
8-foot
some
wide
there's some
robot?
panels and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's the panel, the main panel we were working on. So it's time to go take.
there is two 8-foot wide robots in a 15-foot diameter sphere, but
Fuck.
There's not a lot of room to move.
it's not.
So Arrow is going to get out from behind his chair. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to pull my cable out. And then he's going to hide behind his chair, take full cover, and say, "You guys got this." And give you all I guess it would be a D4 now of inspiration. Not inspiration, of bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration, yeah.
Inspiration of the bardic variety. You all have a D4
Right.
to use as he uses inspiring concerto to give that to. Actually, I suppose. Oh, it's my charisma times 2. So yeah, everybody, all allies in the room. So
So, including Jean, right?
including Jean. Yes.
That's my assumption. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the D4, but I am a little bummed that I don't have an excuse to use my D3 anymore.
Oh, that's true. The only thing he used it for was inspiring concerto.
There's not a whole lot of things that use it in this, but you never know. Okay. Well, Twig.
Like goes, Gene, what?
What?
What was that?
A grenade!
What?
What have you
doing
got?
this on me, she says, yelling at these two who are both holding grenade pins, their hands stuck in a metal monster. She's gonna shoot at the monster.
Like,
And
Only
activate
one
her
of us
shield.
stick my ha-
You go ahead, Ben.
I didn't
first.
stick my hand in. I just dropped it in the hole.
Well, maybe. Ever, you can take lessons from her.
Only
She turns her
one of
shield
us
on.
brought explosive charges, and it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
Such a good
I'm gonna roll
line.
an attack on this thing. Is it still under fairy fire?
It is, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be, if I can remember how to add a 6 to a 7. 12. Again,
12 does not hit.
No. A 13.
Be 13. 12 and 7.
13
Wait.
does not. 13.
Okay, second attack. That is going to be a 24
That hits.
and a 10. So no crit, but we are gonna hit with that attack here. It's gonna be 6 damage.
No crit, she says. Like 1/4 of her rolls tonight haven't been crits.
Might at
Fair
first
she
level.
missed all the other attacks, though.
6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. 19, 20, 21 again.
I assume this is from a smite.
Yep.
So you fire, and more shards fly off of it and shatter against the wall. And you can see like this open cavity now inside it, and the back of it is still liquid metal. Or like parts of it are just liquid metal, like sliding out and around the hardened metal. And what else? Do you have anything else before it's up? Twig?
I just turned my shield on. So my AC is higher. What is Nell doing? Oh my god.
Barking at the deer in the backyard.
Yeah.
She's having a great time.
Ah, gotcha.
All right.
Dog being dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up there, and I'm probably gonna hold behind this chair because it's the furthest away from this thing.
It shivers a moment, and then the hardened metal is like shoved together and crunched into a single piece and pushed out of the rest of the liquid by a pair of arms that are grown from the liquid portion. And then it's going to take that and use it as a blunt instrument.
Holy
boy.
shit, I love this thing. How can I adopt it and take it back with us?
Yeah, how do I
Always
play
the
this
question,
character?
right?
Well, maybe if we had just asked how it was doing instead of shooting at it.
That possibly could have worked.
Ever.
Yeah.
A 21 hits you, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have baby AC.
So you take 18 damage as it
Ooh.
clips you with the metal piece, and then it comes around on the backswing for the other grenader who is in its face. Ooh, bad news, Gene.
Crit?
Yeah.
Great. Even without the purple.
21, 26 damage. So Gene gets whacked for 26. And then it gurgles, like the liquid portion gurgles, and another clamp the width of Mars, flies out to grab onto his torso, is looking for more metal.
Gross.
Poor Mars, please.
22.
Go
That's going to
ahead.
be a hit. Roll athletics for me to avoid grapple there, Mars.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So Mars is
So
not
25 total.
grappled, but he does take 22 points of damage
Ooh.
as it like starts to crush inwards on Mars before Mars slips back. All right, it's done. Next up is Ever.
All right. Well, I got another liquid nitrogen grenade, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make it happen. Exactly the same as last time.
You can't. Okay. All right.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
I was just gonna say you can see behind it now. If you wanted to just toss it behind it, but
Sure don't, because this is Ever.
that's
This
fair.
is the way she do. So I'm gonna roll my inspiration that Arrow so kindly gave me, which gives me a 19.
Ever should have been a demolition Zerg, obviously, so that she could just pass people active grenades and exclude herself from the AoE with the level 3
Yes. ability,
and just watch it blow up.
Respect.
It feels like, yeah, that would have been great for her, but the grenade thing was just a gimmick at the beginning, and it made Twig so nervous that I had to roll with it.
I mean, that's
God.
fair. It'd be like that sometimes.
Grenade rug through
There's
bullying your
always
friends.
there's always multi-classing, I guess. All right.
So then it's going to be, again, the 3d6. Who rolled way better that time? So 14.
Mhm.
Plus
And
the
the-
targeting mark, which
Same
is
for the targeting mark.
19 now.
Okay. And once again, it slows and parts of it harden.
Great.
Roll your deck save to see how quickly you pulled out.
That would be a 12.
A 12. What's your DC?
I don't know. Hang on. I have to
Dex
look.
modifier plus your +8 plus proficiency. 11 plus your dex.
More than 12.
Okay.
So I did not make that.
All right. So you will take half of the damage you dealt. So you take, what is that,
8.
9?
9, yeah.
Yeah, 9 points of damage.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm bloodied now. Is it a free action to hand something to an ally?
Interaction, but yeah, you've got an
Uh,
interaction. So
I hand my potion of deific con to Jean and say, "Yeah, drink that."
what is it?
It'll like boost you, make you more hardy.
Drugs. It's drugs.
I can't even do most drugs.
Magic drugs from the Easonite. All right. Scarrick.
Yeah. I can't dump a heroism potion into the emergency Schwartz fuel tank on Mars, can I?
God.
Honestly, I'll allow it.
Oh my God! Really?
I mean, Mars is supposed to be a companion, so I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be able to use your potion on your robot instead of yourself. If that's what you would like to do.
Okay. Yeah. I want that to be my action, and my bonus is a hot fix because Mars got fucked up.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets temp hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier, which is 4. Wait, no, my spellcasting is intelligence, right? As a Bravash.
Are you talking about the heroism potion?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the potion has a set amount because it's not like a spell you're casting.
It's different. Oh shit, it's 10.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, that's totally different. All right.
Yeah. Heroism potion is like a mixture of heroism and bless, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know they.
Much better than the spell, generally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna burn a use of that.
Well, I guess Jean's gonna drink this potion and gain 30 con.
It's deific is 28, I think.
Oh, 28 con. My apologies.
Just letting you know, it lasts for an hour.
She blinks. Woo!
Oh my God.
I feel like I could take at least a few more of those hits.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Was she bloodied, or you just?
Yeah, she was definitely bloodied.
Cool.
I
Okay.
gave it to her instead of taking it myself.
Yeah.
Even though you're also bloodied.
Well, I am now.
Alright, so she did that.
I like to think Arrow's just screaming behind his little terminal.
She backpedals away from the hardened creature. And Arrow, what are you doing?
Oh,
This
screaming.
thing is like hard as ice.
It's hardened, you say?
It is hardened, yes.
So he's gonna get up. He's gonna look at it, see that it's hardened.
Still screaming.
Hide again. Okay. And he's gonna get up and use the only spell he knows how to use. It's not true. It's gonna be a thunder wave. It's gonna be a thunder wave.
Oh god, bring the
You
thunder.
gotta move closer
boy.
to it to make
He
that
ran
work.
up to it.
My sensitive ears.
By the way,
Thunder.
50-foot spear.
I'm there. I'm
So
in it.
it is a free action to say, "Fire in the hole!" And then, sorry, I just totally peaked my mic.
Crawl
Sorry,
crawl
chat.
between
Beat the
Mars's
fuck out of
legs
that.
and do it.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea. Actually, that.
I mean, it'll
Cast
hurt
fireballs
Mars a
and turn on
lot.
myself.
Yep.
Well,
I
if
want you
he's
to
like under Mars and
acrobatics
shooting,
for a cool check.
Acrobatics for a cool check.
Audio
Yeah,
enhanced.
see how well you slide under those between the legs.
Hey, so shit, I'm proficient in acrobatics. I'd like to use one of my points of luck for this dumb thing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hell yeah. I only ever use luck for stupid shit. That's the rule.
this is the new sliding over a
Fuck.
hood of the car, sliding between Mars's legs.
That's an
Oh, yeah.
18.
So you slide down, and the creature, which is so focused on like trying to grapple Mars, doesn't see you at first as you come up underneath it, and like a certain blonde-haired alchemist, you you thunder wave from below, diagonally up, so shouting fire in the hole. Everybody, please roll me a con save.
Hey, you
Okay.
can use my bardic inspiration.
You can use the
Who's-
bardic inspiration.
Who's in my aura?
Unless you're
My
ever.
15-foot aura.
Did Ever already
Um,
use it?
Yeah, I used it to hit
Is
the
this
thing with
is
the
it
other
for
grenade.
the noise or the impact?
This is purely the noise.
Okay, would I be affected since I'm inside Mars and he's space worthy?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay, so
Nobody's in my aura because I'm more than 10 feet away from everyone. Okay.
You're
I
in your
got-
aura. You add
I
it
got
to your
an
own
8.
thing.
Okay.
So I just want to say thanks to the potion, Jean adds like 11, but it doesn't matter because I rolled a 1.
Oh no, Gene.
Fucking serious, Ben?
wow.
That's a rip.
I got a 20, so
Okay. What did you get, Ever?
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
What did you get, Arrow?
Oh, I guess I have to roll for that, don't I?
Mars got a
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Mars can't be deafened, so he's fine.
It's con, right?
Yeah, it's just a con save.
15.
Okay. I think that beats your own spell save DC.
It is 15, so
Yeah, so you're good. You don't deafen yourself, just Jean and Ever with this blast of noise.
You can be deaf.
But roll your damage.
hell yeah. Let's see
I think
here.
he can be deafened.
So that'll be how many d8s? I didn't write it down. I just wrote d8 on my piece of paper.
It's
Which is
2 of them at level
I believe
1, I'm
it's
pretty
2,
sure.
Yeah.
If you
By
didn't
5, it'll
upcast
be
it,
3. By 5, it'll be... Wait, no.
it doesn't.
It's not a cantrip. Never mind. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
something else.
Nope. It's 3 if I use a second level spell slot. So
Correct.
that's what he'll use. No, it's weird to say that before I have to say that before I roll. So just first level.
Yeah. It's 2 8-sided.
Sheesh. 8. 13. 13 points of thunder
Okay.
damage.
13 times 4. So,
Times 4.
I'll
It's
tell
a
you why in a
robot.
second.
Oh.
It was already vulnerable to thunder damage before it was frozen and became extra vulnerable.
good
So,
lord.
the echoing cacophony of this thunder wave fills the tiny chamber, but you watch from Arrow's hands as the spider web of cracks like slide outwards, and the creature itself just disintegrates before him in a cube shape, shattering back into the hallway, and the liquid parts of it like vibrating and falling into droplets. It is destroyed.
Twitch just back here like, oh,
Way to go, Arrow!
it's still echoing. Well, don't. Yeah. Oh my god.
What?
Mwop.
What?
Mwop. Mwop.
No one hears Mars's front door open and Scarrick pops out.
Absolutely don't.
I'm just
Are
imagining.
you
like,
all okay?
tonight
Oh,
Twitch
we can't hear you, Steve. We can't hear you. Oh, yeah, that's on purpose. Never mind.
Yeah, Twig comes
This is
back
on
up to the
purpose.
front of the room, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And she like puts a hand on Jean and Ever's shoulders.
What?
What?
I'm gonna heal them both for 5 points, I guess. How hurt are they?
I mean, for the next hour, Jean's not even bloody.
Ever still
Jean-
bloodied after you do that.
Jean has 22 damage on her and is currently deafened.
We should break. We should take a break. Close the outside door and just rest here for a second.
Yeah, I had to
It ate it.
blow
Yeah!
through all of my dark matter charges.
What about the door?
You're not
Wait,
deaf, Arrow.
God,
Are you
Quick
pretending?
covers her ears and turns and walks away.
I'm really sorry. That hurt me too.
Yeah, there isn't
We're all
really a
in
door
pain
to close
together.
anymore.
Well,
Who said it,
the door to the spaceship, we can close that one.
Oh right, yeah.
That was probably one of the thunks.
Arrow will go and re-engage that lock.
Alright, well, while these guys are taking a short rest, we're going to take a short rest, and we'll see you guys in 20 minutes, I think is our time
I
for
think
a break.
Yeah, something like that. It's
15
like
minutes.
15 minutes plus a word from our sponsor.
Well, it's a word from our sponsor.
Hey you, on the couch. Are you looking for sweet video game playthroughs and content? Well, you're in luck because it's coming soon to VHS cassette. Wow. When's the last time you watched something totally awesome? Hold on to your gaming chair. Contains bonus scenes and features. Explosions, prizes, gold, victories, not victories. Funky videos are all that in a bag of chips. Booyah! Sweet! Just connect to the World Wide Web and a world of totally awesome video game content is at your fingertips. Wow! Now available on Home Funky Video.
We're back.
Hello, welcome back to Spaceships and Starworms, the stream. We're all here from our short rest. Some still standing,
I'm sitting
but
now.
Oh yeah, we did take a short rest.
We did take a short
Yeah,
rest. Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
healed.
so
Hey.
if you haven't healed yourself from your short rest, do so now.
Oh, I gotta heal. I don't gain.
I regain nothing.
You
No.
didn't really get hurt.
Hey,
to be
guess
fair.
what? You all heal
Minus
an extra 1d6 because I'm gonna play us all a little song. Arrow's got a playlist for us, and he's gonna heal
Yeah.
us.
Is it like lo-fi beats resting playlist?
It's lo-fi chill beats you can relax and heal to.
Yeah,
It's what he goes to sleep to.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I say that mockingly as if I don't listen to that while I work.
Yeah, I
love
was
that,
gonna
love
say,
that
Ben.
music. It's
I
great.
listen to that
clearly-
shit constantly.
Clearly, we gotta make our own lo-fi beats channel with Arrow as the artwork, huh?
Oh man, that would be so good.
That'll be the next playlist I'll have to put together. Is Arrow's.
How do you even make a lo-fi beats thing? I don't even know how those work. It's some kind of electronic shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they like take
Nerd
regular
knows.
songs and then they like, we're on stream. What am I doing?
Yeah. What are this? Is the hill
Talking
we die
music theory, like
Anyways, so you guys rest in the relative sanctity of. Oh my god, he's so cute.
I have one quick question.
Ben is gone.
I'm
Apparently.
sorry.
Stats.
My cat's rolling across
You know.
the floor like a silly
Ben is
cat.
gone.
Ben, can you show us?
Ben cat cam.
Cat camera. Cat camera.
Nope, she stopped.
Oh, she stopped.
As soon as I grabbed the camera, she's like, "Loaf, no more roll on ground."
Does Mars get his own
Cat
pool of hit dice to spend?
I'm watching you, licking your chops over there. Sorry. Yeah, Mars would get more hit dice to spend. It's based
Okay,
on your level.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna go back up to full because he's not. After that hot fix, he's not down by much.
Okay. So you guys rested. We'll say that during your rest, you were able to get the rest of the data off of that thing. Most of it is too corrupted to listen to here. You'll need to decorrupt it somewhere first, with some higher powered stuff
Sure.
than what you have available on hand. So what are you doing now?
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else we can get from the spaceship, right? Because we basically scoured it.
No, not really.
Yeah, wasn't there some kind of like crystal or rod or like the power source to the
runic
center-
core
to the
thing.
runic core that we powered up.
Mhm.
We're absolutely taking the power cores out of here.
Yeah, I'd say we'll probably take that with us. So Arrow, whenever we're done.
Any
Pull it out
energy
of
source.
the panel, and it depowers everything.
You can put it in my hard light storage bag.
Sounds good. Keep it handy though. I don't know.
That's how
Can-
hard light storage works.
Oh,
Can we identify
that's fair.
exactly what kind of power source it is?
Probably some sort of dark matter thing if it was a magical
Is it a dark
terminal.
Say that again.
Is it a dark matter core?
It's not a core itself, but it does channel dark matter energy.
Okay. Still interested.
You're probably aware of like more modern versions of this, which because there's a lot of spaceships that are powered by dark matter energy using magic through like spaceship cores. And rods like this are oftentimes extensions of that kind of thing, or they're portable ways to do quick conversion of energy.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that hallway was kind of a dead end, but seems like kind of a big ship.
Can we put that converter in the storage bag?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem. Gene, you said you brought explosive charges, so we could potentially still, blow the hallway and go further down.
We could, yes. The collapsed area we could try to blow our way through.
How many charges do you have, though?
3.
Are we sure this is the right way forward, or are we just scouting this out?
Well, this is where the ship was, and it did at one time have the mask, so I mean, I'm okay scouting it out, but I also, if we want to go check out one of the other 2 paths, we can keep marking that.
I mean, it seems like a good starting point, at least. We know it's back that way, so if we think we can clear this without too much trouble,
Then we might as well try it.
yeah.
Guess we can
Okay.
hide in the ship as we blow the way. So we're not there in the way.
I mean, the ship is probably docked to something. Maybe we should stay in the hallway.
Yep, no, you got a point there too.
All right.
As long as you're a safe distance away, the charges won't hurt you.
Well, then I will start setting one up. And Jean heads out and starts setting up an explosive charge. So you
Is
guys
Ever gonna go help her?
What? Oh, say that again.
Is Ever gonna go help her?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I want to watch. I
Fair enough.
understand an artist at work.
Arrow's just gonna stand back and watch them set the charges. But before Arrow has something for Jean before we're ready to blow it, though.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
So I guess after they all set, you all got your charges set. Arrow will reach into his bag and say, "Hey, Jean, just a little something extra that might help." Arrow has noise canceling headphones.
Oh my god.
He stares at them and says, "You planning on doing that spell again right next to my head?"
No.
When he pauses
Then
like
takes
that,
them
it's a
from you?
maybe.
Puts them around like her neck.
Arrow turns his ears off.
Hey,
Ready?
I'm the one who can do that.
Say, guess what? Guess who else has cyber ears? My thing is backwards, but I also have cyber ears. Radio
I
DJ,
know.
auditory is important. You can't afford having tinnitus.
Cyborg.
Cyborg ears.
Cyborg ears.
I like to do
You've
sound
cleared a
effects.
path.
All right.
As you descend further down the hallway, and I do mean descend, because as you move past the collapse, you see that the floor itself has mostly deteriorated or been torn open, and it just kind of leads down and eventually into a dark crevice that goes the length of the hall.
Okay. This just like open the links.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the floor has just crumbled away.
Sorry.
All right. Well, this seems like
Well.
promising, like it would go further down
I'm
into
just
the
I'm just
station.
shining a flashlight down it. How far down does it look like?
Your flashlight is not hitting the bottom.
This looks like a dead end, y'all. Unless we
Ah,
can cross this gap somehow. This just goes, I don't know, maybe it goes down into the hangar bay proper, or it's a long way.
I mean, we can try to map the other tunnels first
Didn't it?
before we try
Didn't
to
Maury had some
go
like
down.
drop sticks, like glow sticks you could drop into something?
yeah,
I wish
yeah.
I had
Oh,
picked
yeah.
some of those up.
I mean, I always have glow sticks.
oh, you
yeah.
have a glow stick?
And I'm just gonna shooting star it down there because it can just go a fucking ways. Or starlight orb is what I mean, but you know what I mean.
I'm also
toss
going to
a
look
starlight
into the
orb.
ethereal.
You don't see much on the ethereal. That's different than what you're normally seeing.
Okay.
Well,
That fucking
no, maybe
imp
that's
that's
not
following us
true,
still.
Oh
Actually,
no!
Oh,
Ben.
no.
Mm.
Oh, ethereal, ethereal.
Now that I'm thinking
Do
about
you
it.
have another thing for Raz to simp for?
No, the same thing. The same thing
So,
for Rasmus.
the starlight orb tumbles down, and while eventually it becomes too far away to reach you through the darkness, just becoming this prick of light as it falls. The ethereal, because everything's kind of grayed except for magic and such, it's a little easier to see. And as it tumbles down, you see movement down below, like something has shifted amongst that darkness, and is no longer where it was. The faint aura of something not of this world.
Hmm.
So Scarrick sees that.
Yep.
Great.
Roll a survival check, Ever.
Sure. Sure, I will do that. Huh. Got a 12.
Okay. So with the 12, I think that you try to count to see how far it falls before it erupts with light at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of do the math in your head, and you're like, that's only like a 200-foot drop.
All right. That's only like a 200-foot drop.
Wow. I mean,
In an open space. Well, okay. Think about it this way: if that crew came off that ship to put the mask somewhere else, I doubt they went below the hallway. This wasn't open at the time.
Right, but we don't know who else has been down here, and when the mask would have been taken off the ship. I would say, strategically speaking, it's probably for the best if we map the other halls to
Yeah.
their logical conclusions and see if anything else is going to take us down.
I agree.
Yeah. There might be something down there.
Yeah, there might be something down there.
Something that you guys might not be able to see in the sense that we've already discussed
Wait,
and
Is
experienced.
this your ethereal thing?
Yeah.
What did you see?
see?
oh, great. So that's not only a big
Nothing-
creepy hole, but now it's an ethereally haunted one.
Nothing definite. Definitely some kind of energy, aura.
An
All right.
aura.
All right, so something.
I agree.
Though.
I agree with looking for another way down, though. I don't think a 200-foot rappel into open air is a good idea.
All right, well, let's double back then. I've been marking this hall with chalk, Ben, from my
Mhm.
pack, so we
Classic.
can continue to do that.
Sure. You make your way back to the general hangar area, and like I said, there was 2 other paths.
Right. We took the leftmost one first, I believe.
Yep, I think so.
Okay, so let's just work our way across, go down the middle one.
The middle one is fairly short. You maybe walk about 50 feet before it cuts left and ends at a pair of large metal doors.
All right, are they
That are-
engraved with anything? Are they locked somehow? Are
They
they
are-
marked by a
they
particular
don't-
culture?
They don't seem to have any unusual markings. They're kind of like rusted shut. There's no handles or any obvious way to open them, though there is like a panel nearby that is like cracked, broken, and off. There is some incredibly faded paint
All right.
as well.
Scarrick, Arrow, what do you think of the panel? Can we get these guys open?
Is there any anything on is it like an emblem on the paint or something? Does the paint say have anything significant, or is it just kind of rusted out paint chips?
You can try to figure out what it says, or what it once said, at least.
Okay, Arrow's gonna squint at it really hard. And
Nice.
Roll investigate.
Roll investigate.
Twig looks at him. Do you need glasses? We can get you glasses.
No, it just helps. Helps me concentrate.
She doesn't believe you.
Does she do that to him? Go the uh-huh.
Yeah, she does say that.
He squints harder. That's a 14.
Not
14?
helping your point.
Okay. You think there's an arrow pointing down, and Maybe like an F and then a number, but you're not sure what number.
Huh.
Elevator, 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 elevator.
It says F's
Uh,
in the chat.
The screen is definitely fucked, Scarrick, when you look at it. But like the spaceship door, this one probably has a manual release somewhere if you can find it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking.
You're gonna roll mechanics.
Ooh. 25.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you'll find the manual release. You will pull it.
Y'all ready? And before they can answer, I pull it.
Okay. There's this screeching, rustiest, like, lever pull noise. And then, like, the metal, like, crunching as it tries to, like, slide and pop, as the lock disengages. And then it stops, of course. But the doors can be pushed open manually now.
Hold on. Scarrick's gonna go to Mars and pull out a can and
You know,
shake it up.
I think
and
I
then
wish I was still
spray it
deaf.
all over the joints of the door.
Yeah, that was an unpleasant sound.
Puts on the noise canceling headphones. Wasn't it?
Ugh. Well, nice job, man.
It was just a lever.
Well, whatever.
I mean, you did have to like peel back like the maintenance corridor wall piece and like dig through it to find the lever. It wasn't just like out there. You did something.
Well, thank you.
So as you push the doors open, um, you are met with a 25-foot by 25-foot square hole that just goes straight down.
Does it go straight up too?
Only a little ways. You can actually see the ceiling of it, only about 50 feet up.
Are there any cables or anything to indicate that this was an elevator or lift of some sort?
There are some cables, some of which are broken.
I don't know if I trust anything that's been down here this long, but
Well, it's a less difficult descent than the open fissure.
That's true. Besides, it's only 800 years. How bad could things be?
Pretty bad.
You know
well,
what they say about the fucking... Oh, man. I would make a great joke here if I could remember the name of the bird people in this setting that I've been
The-
playing for 4 years.
The
Luantua?
Luantua or
Yeah.
the Luosavan Empire?
You know what they say about the Luosavan Empire? Built to last.
Do they say that?
No, it's a joke. We can
Yeah,
get it
I
out
mean,
now.
they're like the whole thing is like the home planet got destroyed because
Yes.
of technological and magical innovation.
that's
So
just what the paint says, but
That's
the paint's worn away. It says built to last down at the bottom, but
there's not an F in that.
shh, not the way you spell it.
But there is an F in the chat.
Sure. So do we want to go down or do we want to
I'm-
check out the third hallway first?
I'm gonna go look down the hole and up because I don't
With
trust
the
up
special
either.
glasses? Do you
Yeah.
want me to shoot light
Specialized.
again?
I don't need it.
Oh, all right.
You
Sure.
don't
Thank
see
you.
anything special up.
I never trust up.
But as you move your gaze down into the darkness, you see this like very fine, almost like ethereal strings, like crisscrossing the hole.
Would you say web then?
Wouldn't call them webs per se.
I see ethereal tethers.
What? Like the ones that were connecting people to the network?
Can't tell from this far up.
Less like that, but actually the weird, like, gathered ethereal material that was on that space station that was just kind of like clumped up and like stringy and it looked kind of like webs a little bit everywhere, all those tethers. It looks kind of like that, but a little cleaner.
Hmm. So, tethering in a way where we shouldn't go down there, or tethering in a way that is just curious enough that we should?
Well, I mean, we should. We have to find this mask. But we just need to be prepared for, some kind of encounter.
Well, now that we
We've
think
dealt
about
with
it,
these crazy creatures before, or creatures like them, jump from the ethereal to the material plane.
true.
Right. Follow-up question. Do we want to go down there now, or do we want to check out the other tunnel? And if so, should we close these doors?
I mean,
These doors are not closing.
I'm fine with this big
yeah.
creepy tunnel, but do we think we have a way to get back up?
Rope.
Whatever rope we use to get down.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have some rope after the initial descent, though.
How long of a fall is this?
You have no idea.
Okay. Arrow cracks a glow stick and throws it down the hole.
Oh, don't say Descent. That makes me think of that awful horror movie Scary had us watch.
Wasn't that bad?
Roll
It
survival.
was pretty
Arrow.
bad, right?
Roll
was- I
survival.
I love it.
Roll survival.
You have
Yep.
terrible taste.
Sheesh.
But it's taste.
It's certainly something.
You have terrible taste, but it's taste. What a quote. I rolled a 12 on the survival, Ben.
About the same as me.
Yeah, about the same as ever. Yeah, 200, 250 feet or so.
It's deep.
It's deep.
Wow, I've lived in the station my whole life, and I've never really put too much thought into just how freaking big it is. Like you don't see this side of it. I mean, for good reason too, because it's kind of creepy and mostly dangerous. But
But I was thinking about it. If we get close enough to the outer hole, we could always just escape through space instead of climbing all the way back up.
That would be assuming that Arrow brought his vac
Vac suit.
kit.
He brought a vac suit.
I have
I
a
thought-
quick seal helmet.
You all brought it, I thought.
You
had
need to have a vac
established
suit
that.
also, but yes, you have one. All right. Okay. So here's the thing.
Arrow's like, this isn't my first adventure, spinning a glow stick in his fingers,
Oh, you had to activate a click seal last time we were on a spaceship.
of which I rolled really poorly on my self dex check. So
You
he
drop
drops,
it down
I
the
drop another
shaft.
glow stick down the shaft.
How wide did we say the shaft was, Ben?
It's 25 feet by 25 feet.
God, wide.
Big old square. Yep.
All right. So, I can theoretically, make it easy for a couple of us to get down there, but not all of us.
What does that
So-
mean?
I have a spell that makes it like a cinched climb. So,
Oh.
yeah,
Mars can walk the walls.
the mag feet, right?
Yeah, if we take the tube down.
Oh, wow. You know what? I totally forgot. Arrow reaches down and turns on his mag boots
Yeah.
that he's had this whole time.
Oh my god, what? When'd you get these?
He bought them in Maury's shop.
Oh my god.
Chung chung. Chung chung. And he walks to the ledge.
What is that?
Chung.
Mag
Those
boots, right?
look like mag boots.
Yeah.
Got him from
Oh
Maury.
wait, you used these to get down here too. You entered the shaft with these.
Yeah, that's true. But that was a month
Right,
ago,
uh,
Getty. How is Arrow?
That was a month ago. I'm remembering it
No
now.
one remembers anything.
All right. So
Also-
out of the remaining three of us, who feels the most confident about climbing without magic?
I'm pretty confident, but I'm also wondering if being this far down from the surface, if gravity is a little different down here.
I mean, it would still be because when we're in an O'Neill, it depends really how close to the hole we are, but the centrifugal force, rotational gravity should still be the same. I kind of figured you would ride in the cockpit of Mars, Scarrick. Yeah. Okay. Great. So, Jean, and Twig, do you want the spells, and I can climb, or what do we want to do here?
The spell would be great.
All right.
Yeah, the spell would probably be useful.
Okay, great, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on both of them. It lasts an hour.
Okay. So it sounds like only one. Well, technically, 3 athletics checks have to be made, but Aaron and Mars are doing it with advantage and have some. Their trials and tribulations are a little different than Ever's.
I'm using my climbing gear and the remaining 50 feet of rope I have. It's obviously not going to be a perfect system because it's only 50 feet of rope, but the climbing gear hopefully also still has some fuck, I already forgot what they're called, but they're
Mittens?
little things. Yeah, thank you. Yes,
Mhm.
that.
Okay,
So there we go. That's what I got.
that will certainly let you make the check. Go for it. Roll for me.
All right.
Is it
Athletics, you said?
athletics?
That's right.
18.
23.
Okay, Mars.
That is a 21.
Okay. So you descend down the elevator shaft without too much trouble. And you see a few spots where there might have been a floor, but it's basically just filled in with concrete. Like not a floor to the shaft, but like a floor to stop at and exit, right? Um, but eventually you do touch down at the bottom, uh, which is basically a ruined pile of what was the elevator.
How close was Arrow's estimate of 200, 250 feet?
Um, it was actually not too bad, give or take like 25 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is where the train ends, guys. It's kind of. I
Are we
don't
sure
know.
the mask isn't in here with a corpse?
I mean, we can dig through this because we're presumably going to have to exit the shaft
Twig,
anyway.
why
I'm
would
just
you
thinking
say
about
that?
all the way. I'm just thinking about all the ways somebody could die down here. Okay.
Why would you say that?
Arrow, Ever puts a hand on his
I'm
shoulder,
fine.
turns him
I
to face
just-
her. Arrow, no, look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I am an experienced urban spelunker,
This
all right?
is not making me feel better.
Hey, why
I
not? It's
literally
true.
do this for my job all the time, much of the time unaccompanied, and I'm still here, all right? You will get out of here. If we're gonna die down here, it's not gonna be because of something stupid like an elevator collapse, all right?
After you
That's
say that,
very easily
after you say that
avoidable.
sentence, Arrow's gonna hasn't broken eye contact. He breaks eye contact to look at your bandolier of grenades, and then looks back at you.
No, they're all hidden in my hard light bag
Oh, that's
because I
right.
didn't
They're
want
hidden.
Twig to know
They're
how many
hidden.
I had. Yeah.
He looks at the hard light bag, looks back at you, and says, "Fair, okay."
All right. And then I shoot Twig a dirty look and I say, "Have a little faith, huh?"
She nods. Fair enough.
All right. So it sounds like you guys are going to be digging through some rubble.
We gotta if we want to get out of the
Nope.
shaft, right?
So go ahead and roll athletics for whoever's going to be doing the digging.
Anything on the,
why would we be digging?
Spectral sight while we're down here?
Why don't we just
Because
blow
we
a
have to
hole?
get through the rubble of the elevator.
Well, you could put explosives here and try to blow a hole, but you're all standing on it.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
literally told you to bring the shovel, Arrow.
Ugh.
Remember?
Unfold shovel. Takes the tiniest, shittiest little dig ever because he's never dug anything in his life.
And it's not actually dirt; it's just like metal pieces.
It's just metal pieces.
They all fall off the shovel as he's trying to lift it. It just spreads it around everywhere.
Mars's clamp is just going to reach in and grab the biggest piece and lift it up over Arrow's head and move it away.
God.
Because you have a literal robot made to do heavy lifting, you can get your way through this pretty easily. You see the remains of the inside of the elevator, as well as a pair of rusted doors, similar to the ones that you came in through. These ones, one of them is like partially ajar, and the other one is fully ajar. The partially ajar one has this like bend in it that makes it no longer fit in the frame.
So we would have to like brute force it, is what you're saying?
Oh, it's already open.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. You just have to hop down into the space so you can see what's beyond it. That's all.
All right.
Hey, I can fit.
Is
Ka-chunk,
it?
ka-chunk,
Well,
ka-chunk, ka-chunk,
yeah.
ka-chunk.
How big is the opening?
I assume that you made it big enough for Mars because that would be silly not
I'll
to.
definitely use the plasma blade like a plasma cutter and just shear pieces off. Until it's big
Smart.
It
enough.
sounds like Arrow jumps down first.
Jump sounds like an
and-
aggressive descriptor.
You said.
He has mag boots still.
He has
He
mag boots.
specifically
You
made
said,
the jump
Aaron!
sounds.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Sounds a lot different than ka-chunk.
Good chunk.
You said you were going.
He's going. Yeah, it's true. Arrow's going. Arrow is like still living on this like adrenaline kick from like destroying that like machine thing earlier into a billion pieces of dust.
It was pretty cool.
It was
He's like, there's
pretty cool.
nothing down here I can't handle now.
I can blow everything up. I'm the coolest. That's not how he says it, but
And you step out, or rather, you peer out from the doorway, and you see that it has like the beginnings. That has like a catwalk that goes out a ways. That's a pretty wide catwalk because like the door's pretty big, like maybe 10 feet wide or so.
okay.
Hey, Scarrick. Hey, Scarrick.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you happen to be like looking on the ethereal plane while we were coming down. What the deal with all the string was?
Yeah, I was. I didn't. Nothing stood out to me.
Okay, just checking, just making sure.
The stringy bits.
Yeah, we just don't want anything, nasty and invisible that only one of us can see coming
Oh yeah,
after
I'm
us.
keeping an eye out.
Perfect.
Mars is kind of tapped out though. I can't detect magic anytime soon.
That's okay. I can cover that still.
Okay.
As Arrow sticks
all
his
right.
head in a door.
How's it look, Arrow?
It's dark. I don't know, Ben. Is it dark or is it lit?
Oh, it's pitch black.
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay, so he sees the catwalk, because he has a little flashlight on him, and then he'll take a glow stick and just yeet that thing down this catwalk.
It's about
I
to
guess.
get lit.
We
You
have to start
yeet
tracking
this
these
catwalk.
goats
you
to these
yeet
glow
this-
sticks.
It just it like rolls a little bit, so you now have a light a little ways in.
Eddie, do you think that Arrow would buy anything less than the 100-pack?
That's true. I'm so fucking sorry.
There's no reason to not. It's such a great
They're
deal.
literally
Yeah.
for like the rave the radio station holds
Yeah.
annually.
Oh, all of
He
these
got it
glow sticks that
from-
he has are branded with the radio station logo on them.
He got it from Party Station.
God.
They're
Party
cheaper when you
station,
buy 'em in
thank
bulk.
you.
True.
Party station.
All right. So Eva's gonna get down there with him, I guess, and let's take a little peek.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of step out onto the catwalk a little bit, test its structural integrity. Seems
Yeah.
to be relatively solid, although it does make that echo of that catwalks often
Creaky.
make when you
Yeah.
step on them.
All right.
And you guys don't have dark vision, right? So you've got basically the light that's being given off and then the dim light beyond that. So you see out in about a circle radius of 60 feet or so. This catwalk seems to extend straight forward. There looks like there might be some stairs that it branches off into that go down. You can kind of see a ceiling, maybe about 30 feet above you. You think it's a ceiling at least. And there's at least one other catwalk perpendicular to yours that combines into yours. That's about 40 or 50 feet off.
I've got my headlamp on, by the way, Ben.
Yeah, my lights are on too.
When you glance down, you see your light. There's like a glitter almost of something down there, kind of like lens flare off of some group of glittering things. but it's difficult to tell from where you're at.
All right, and how far down does that look?
At least 60 feet, probably more.
All right. All right. Well, let's just see where this catwalk goes first, and we can go from there.
Sounds good to me.
You guys start out on the catwalk, and Jean looks back at Mars as Mars tests their weight on it, and there's a creak, but it seems to hold.
Looking to the sides, is there like a wall going across at some point?
What do you mean?
Like, this catwalk could just go straight outward?
It
Or
goes
is
straight
there
out,
somewhere-
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, there's no wall catwalk, but you do see, I mean, there's walls on either side of the entry point that you came in, obviously.
yeah.
I turn to Jean and I'm like, how frequently are you down here?
Not too often. I've never really seen something quite like this. But honestly, there's a lot of places not unlike this in Wing 3. They basically laid all of that agricultural land on top of what was essentially a destroyed military complex back when it was a Luosavan space station.
You ever dug around in there ever?
Wing 3, I haven't really been through that a whole lot. Most of my work's been done in the sweeps, but this is only like my second time down around here. Usually you can't get this deep.
Exactly. It's hard to get down here because it's basically all just filled in with earth, right?
Yeah.
They just shovel whatever they can to fill it because it doesn't really matter, you know?
It just makes me think of like sometimes you do patrol, like exterior patrol on my position, and it's like you see all those ports where the very, very old guns got torn out, and it's like, wow, there's probably still some of those in the station somewhere.
I mean,
Stored
if
away.
they built around the whole ship, then yeah, they probably built around other stuff.
Yeah.
Seems like
Oh.
it.
Huh.
I miscalculated how many dark matter core charges I have. I have
Mhm.
one more.
Oh. Oh.
That's okay.
well,
that's
we're
okay.
sleeping down here anyway.
I can call. I can call Mars to me via crazy, weird teleportation.
Right,
means
right.
Once.
Are
Okay.
you gonna leave
gotta
him
be,
back
what,
here?
like 1,000 feet with him?
It's about that much.
All right.
Sounds like he's going to be hoofing it with the rest of us.
Probably.
As long as he doesn't bring
Might
the
be
catwalk
safer.
down. Why don't we walk across the catwalk first, and then we can yell at him? to
Where I'm
follow
working
us.
on hover boots for him.
All right. It's all
Makes
right.
sense.
How far does this catwalk go?
Well, there's some
Right.
stairs over there.
So
Worth
it sounds like
checking out.
Scarrick is getting out of Mars, and then the 5 of you are heading in. So you head down the catwalk, and you hit that perpendicular spot where it basically forms a cross. So you could go left, right, or forward, but there's also stairs from this like center point, and they kind of like go in a box downwards.
Okay, so presumably going to the right would take us to the other catwalk that we saw.
Yes, you could see the perpendicular catwalk. Yeah.
Okay, if I look to the left, can we see where it's taking us?
No, it goes into the
Too
darkness.
far. Too far. Okay.
Yeah.
And forward, can we see where it's taking us, or is it too far?
From here, actually, forward, you can see it goes to like a platform where there's a bunch of crates.
Okay. All right, but no
Metal
door or
crates,
anything.
but no
apparently.
door. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to suggest gently that we check out that platform, see what kind of cargo maybe is there, then consider going either down or to the other catwalk, since those are the two spots kind of that we can see.
Sure. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe they just left the mask in one of those crates over there and they just
That
misplaced
doesn't
it.
really seem likely, but I am going to just say we should be thorough.
Well,
And
you
also, maybe
haven't
we can
found
find
it,
out the
so
stuff.
that's fair. Arrow pulls
All
out his
right.
shovel that was completely useless at moving rubble, hoping to
I
get a
keep
second
my
chance.
radiation detector, or keep an eye on that.
That's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you approach that platform, your radiation detector detects radiation. Not in high enough levels to be dangerous, though,
Mm-hmm.
but more than it would normally.
The last time it did that was near the runic terminal, right, Ben?
That is correct.
Okay.
Is it like an audible, like Geiger counter? Does it start like?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
I love how we're trying to make the sound happen. Like, we just sound like dying dolphins. Anyway, now that we've done that
Y'all
on live
kill
stream,
me.
Just wait till I get to my horror movie zombie noises.
Oh,
great.
there are zombies? No.
All
I
right.
didn't say there were zombies.
I guess let's
Is
look
there
for a panel.
Is there any sort of labeling on these crates?
Yeah, actually. They're labeled with a radioactive symbol.
All right.
No.
So
Oh,
feeling
radioactive
like-
zombies. Even better.
feeling like this is not something we should open, perhaps.
No.
I mean, it's how long? She like looks at the crates. Yeah.
They've been here a long time.
What do we think? Has the shielding broken down, or has the half-life decayed enough?
Could be either.
I mean, I've got a vest for this. If you guys want to step back, I can at least take a peek.
Can I
Just break the top off one of
Do
them.
we,
My
do
guess
we need to
is
risk it? It's
magical
gonna hang
weapons?
around. Like,
can I try to figure out what kind of radiation?
I don't want to breathe this.
Yeah, go for it.
well, it's less about breathing it, more about
Is
exposure.
that a science check?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying that I'm trying to figure out why the Kygorans are interested in this place, and a bunch of crates full of some ancient radioactive thing seems like something they might be interested in.
Bunch of crates full of ancient radioactive magic weapons, considering this was a war station.
Yeah.
Or it could be
14.
waste.
It could be, but usually you're not storing that in a crate that's meant to be opened again. It's just a completely
Yeah.
sealed container to dispose of.
It's actually a really good point.
What'd you
Thank
get,
for
Steve?
14.
So it looks like the radiation that you're getting here, the shielding that's in place seems like it is working. You realize that the radiation isn't coming from the crates. Like, it's just kind of an ambient radiation around this platform. So there may at one point have been some kind of radioactive event that has since decayed. And when you kind of follow your Geiger, you actually find a long, about 5-foot long shelled spaceship missile kind of laid out on the ground that's partially open. And that is the source of the radiation.
Well, I found the radiation that we're detecting out here.
Oh,
Doesn't appear to be what's coming from the boxes.
well,
Right?
that's good, but maybe not good. Where's it coming from?
This. Scare kicks the missile.
It kicks the missile.
Just
and
stands
says,
next to it like, this thing. Fuck.
"Oh my!" And Jean kind of kneels next to it.
Sorry.
These. This type of weaponry hasn't been legal for
Since the Lewis-Haven Empire?
since the war between the Lewis-Haven Empire and the Galactic Coalition.
With the
So war crime.
with the rate of decay and the levels I'm getting here, this thing must have been quite a doozy when it went off.
we know that old Vresno was basically destroyed in a nuclear war,
Nuclear magical war.
a magical nuclear war. Well, I'm pretty sure these are, well, essentially magic nukes.
That
Hey,
seems
they're
like
just
an
sitting
expert
here under
opinion.
the agricultural district, just decaying away in case anything ever sets them off.
Well, I mean, how dangerous are they at this point?
Probably. I mean, you don't want to bring them up by the crops at this point.
The ones in the sealed boxes, it's hard to say. If they've been enchanted to be protective at all, then they could
Ever?
still
How do
be
you say
completely
nuclear?
operational.
So
Nuclear.
there's just a
Oh,
nuclear
okay.
stockpile under the agricultural district.
Not nuclear.
It didn't used to be an agricultural district.
She's just looking around. Don't they? You think the government would have plans to dispose of this kind of? Do they even know it's down here?
I don't think they knew it was down here.
I mean, it's way more cost effective to just bury stuff, and especially if you're not going to look too close when you turn a war station into, a station where people are going to be living.
Hair bay. This is just the hair bay. What's in that military complex?
Did
Who
we
knows?
ever leave the military complex?
No, they just buried that one too. This is concerning. Yeah, the mask aside, this is concerning.
Well, all right. Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do. Everyone look at me. Eyes on me really quick. Everyone look at me. Don't look at the headlamp. It's very bright. Look at me. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to talk about this. We're not going to tell anyone that this is down here. We are not going to give anyone who might be power hungry or who might want to take advantage of this the opportunity to ever recover it. All right? Can we disarm that thing, Gene?
It's not armed.
Right.
It's this.
But it could
the
be.
one out here is completely defunct. All the shielding is gone. It's
And if
decayed.
it was armed,
Right.
It's,
But could someone theoretically recreate it from the piece here?
Not from this broken one, I don't think. I mean, here's the thing. For the most part, people know how to make these. Like, the knowledge
no.
hasn't been lost.
yeah, I bet I can find
Alright.
that on the net in an
Making a new
afternoon.
yeah. It's the
It's
difference between
mostly-
making a new nuke versus just having a stockpile that's been underground for a while, I guess.
You want to make a
Right.
magic nuke? I'll figure it out by next week.
I do not want to do that, actually.
The main thing is the materials used to make these things are incredibly hard to find. Like,
Right.
these magic nukes, the symbol on the side of this thing, I'm pretty sure it's the symbol of the old Avan Empire, the one that still controlled and monitored and mined things from their dead planet.
Right. So, back to my question about recreating nukes. Should we tear this thing apart to its components?
Is that going to make more radiation? Because if you're going to do that, I'm going to maybe...
Not if we destroy the one that's already out here. I mean, we can destroy that one, sure, no problem. But if we try to mess with the ones inside the crates, assuming that their crates are full of these things,
Presumably, right?
Are
We
the
don't
crates
know.
big enough for it?
they're big enough to each
I
hold
mean, and
probably two.
Ooh,
Great.
sheesh.
You weren't getting radiation off the crates, though, but that probably just means the shielding's intact.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I can open one up.
I
I don't think we need to mess with it more.
if
I mean, look
if
at
it
the number
looks,
of
I
them.
mean, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck,
All
it's
right.
a duck.
Arrow
Right?
starts,
Well,
like,
let me-
rubbing
let
his
me-
temples.
Let me take apart the defunct one and see if I can figure out how to disarm it first. Would that
Can
make you feel better?
Can you
We
cut
literally
that
have a training
symbol
mission
out of
right here.
it? Because I should send that to Munia probably. Just be like, found the scrap.
I thought we
Yeah.
weren't going to tell anybody about this.
Yeah.
We aren't, but I am going to be like, hey, this scrap metal, because that is literally my job. That's why I'm down here. So,
Will he be able to conclude something from that? Because, like you said, that
that
it
this
all
was
goes
an
back
ancient
to
war station and the scraps of war down here. Yeah, that's fine. But
Well,
that there's intact, complete missiles, no, they won't fit in my suitcase. I won't send him a full one. I won't send him any of the intact pieces. If he follows up with a question, which he will because he always does, then I will literally just write a note that says it's scrap. If you
Okay.
think it's a bad idea, I won't. I've already sent him a
mean,
lot.
I
but
feel
it's a-
like there's a possibility it could be it's irrelevant. I get you, but I don't know.
Well, what I'm worried about is if we do just leave these down here.
if you see people will find him eventually.
Yeah, now that we've found them, someone else will. If we just leave them.
Unless we seal this back up behind us when we leave.
Which we would have to do in a more permanent fashion by collapsing more of the place.
Yes.
And
We've
we
got
can't do
charges.
that.
We can keep them.
We can't
That's just
do
going to
that.
prolong the problem. I'm going to start picking this defunct one apart and figure out how to disarm these.
Here, if it's safe, let me help. And because it's Arcana, I assume.
My
You could
assumption
probably
is
use Arcana.
they're in crates, so the ones in crates probably aren't armed. You don't arm them before you transport them.
Well, disconnect the warhead, whatever.
Down,
Whatever you want to call it. I'm used to dealing with robots, not missiles.
Well, and
I mean,
magic
that's
missiles
fair.
besides.
Oof.
You can roll a mechanics check if you want to take a look. And then roll an arcana check as well.
Can Arrow do the Arcana side to help?
Sure.
Yeah.
So mechanics is going to be a 26.
Sheesh. The Arcana is going to be 19.
So yeah, they can be taken apart. Especially if they're not already armed, without too much trouble. The main issue is that the dark matter cores of these things are basically giant, unstable radiation creating magic miniature bombs. And the warhead's mostly just suppressing them and stabilizing them. It's not gonna. Its activation is basically just turning off its suppression. So unless you have something to do with those cores, whenever
Okay.
you take it
Yes, each of
apart,
them.
I
How big
just
is
want
each
to
of them?
study this one and learn as much as I can about the way these things function. I think we take them out and detonate them in space where they can't do any harm.
How big is each of them?
so the rods, the dark matter cores themselves would be about half a foot in diameter and about 4 feet long.
Okay. 1 second. Checking a thing.
The team detonates nukes in space.
We're gonna, but
He's
just
gonna-
give me a second.
Hey, Arrow, that new ship of yours, does it have missile tubes?
You know who would really think this is a lot of fun?
Ash?
Ash.
Yeah, I mean, get
Well-
drunk and fire some nukes into space.
You said
Oh
it depends.
my God.
Like we can make our way back out of the hall if we can get in contact with Ash and have him meet us outside the hall. We can just load him up and shoot him off.
Well, Ash might think it's fun, but he also might want to make a profit off of them. So I kind of feel like it's better if we maybe just destroy them.
Yeah, if we
That's fair.
if we wanted to sell them, Ash would be a great idea too.
I mean, you know
sell-
somebody else with a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You say-
Oswin.
You
Oh,
say
yeah, Oswin.
half a foot, then?
They're half a foot in diameter
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
4 feet long.
Yeah, that's fine. So whatever says is. All right, I can fit them in my hard light storage bag if we are serious about detonating them in space. How many of them are there, Ben? I just can't have it exceed 1,000 pounds.
Up here, there is a total of 10 crates, so there's 20 total.
Oh my god.
And the cores are the only pieces that we would need to get rid of to detonate.
Correct, though taking them out of their casing is what will likely detonate them.
So it has to be the cores within the casing.
So you're asked. So really, I guess the half foot, 4 foot long is kind of a misnomer. It's
It
more
doesn't
like-
matter because my bag can stretch up to 3 feet in diameter to
Okay.
fit things. So
So you can fit entire missiles then.
right. I just need to know if it's going to exceed 1,000 pounds to put 20 of them in here.
Yes. If you
How
want
many-
20 of them.
How many can I get?
Hold on, I gotta get on an internet. US
Is
watch
nobody
this real
else
quick.
like fascinated by the fact that we're like, how many of these ship nuclear missiles can we fit in our pocket?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I
Oh
would
my
propose we just come
gosh.
back for it later and move on, but
I have
Well,
an
we
idea.
can't come back for it later. I'm just saying that I can literally take them in my hard light storage bag. So if we find,
So
And-
each
Yeah,
one,
if it works.
each one is about 300 pounds.
oh Jesus, I can't
So,
carry
yeah.
very many at all.
Take 3. We should just leave
take-
these.
Well, we
Hello,
need
FBI agent.
we
I
need a
promise
crew to
it
get
was
these
for a
out of
good reason that I looked that up.
we'll need a crew to get these out of here.
We are not going to be able to bring more people to be involved in this. Is there some way we can hide them for now, so the KGC doesn't
Well-
find them if they are down here?
I mean, Mars
If-
could move them.
Yeah, if I got Mars down here, he can get them out.
Mars is only across the catwalk right now.
Yeah,
right?
he's only across the catwalk
None of
currently.
us
He's not-
are on it, so he could theoretically cross now.
But he's not going to be able to cross carrying all this.
Right. Okay, let's finish checking out this room. It is a big room. It will echo. If someone else comes in here, we should hear it. We can continue deciding what to do with the crates after we find out what else we might be dealing with here. How about that? Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
I could. I know you don't want to bring any people into this, but I could contact some of my people.
these
I
connections are pretty extensive.
don't
and,
know how much you know about.
Wait,
What's
she
that
pauses.
twig?
She just looks at you. Are you just gonna say it?
I mean, how much do you trust these people?
I mean, I trust them with my life every day, but like, this goes like a little above that, right?
He doesn't
Eros.
trust us with other people's lives, so
What? I do.
I mean, I'm assuming that's the problem here,
Twig-
right? Because you're talking about bringing more people
Do
into it.
you know what the advocates of freedom are?
A rumor.
Do I?
Actually, you probably do know
About to
exactly
say, Ben.
all of the rumors and conspiracies about them.
Hey!
Arrow does this.
It's a conspiracy that that there is essentially
Have
a secret city of Wireborn who have invented invisibility for spaceships and fly around.
A very derivative, but probably the more conspiracy theory.
That's
part
what
of
I'm
it.
going for. I'm going for what Arrow would know, not
Well,
like the
The
real.
thing is that theoretically the invisibility can hide a planet or station, which is their home base. So there's a
Correct.
secret invisible home
Wow.
base
Yes.
for Wireborn.
Oh.
Yeah, and they work against the powers of the galaxy that be for the betterment of Wireborn kind.
So you're telling me about the invisible freedom fighters in space?
She
Twig-
looks at you
Twig just kind of like
with a static
she's
expression,
doing her
and she says, "Yes, that is who I work for."
I just got visceral flashbacks to. If you've never seen the movie Venom, it's very fun. You should go watch it. But there's a scene where Eddie Brock, like, they're basically telling him about like the things, and he's like, "What, like aliens?" And like the scientist like stares him dead in the face and just says, "Yes, but we don't call him that," and then walks out the elevator. I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah, she just says, "Yes, that is who I work for." The advocates, they would be able to dispose of these.
And they will dispose of them.
Oh, absolutely. We don't have
Like-
need of planet-destroying nukes.
Whoa, planet destroying.
Making sure.
I'm being dramatic.
Oh,
But if you dropped all 20 of these on a planet, you could
Wipe out
irrevocably
all life
change.
on the planet, probably.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Full
Arrow?
on.
Arrow looks at Ever and was like, "And you wanted to put these in your bag?"
so that we could throw them into space to destroy them.
Yeah. Let's let the
I thought it was a
invisible freedom fighters take
transport
care of
problem.
that. I'm not putting that in my bag.
The more people we
What's in
bring
your
into
bag?
this, the
My lunch is in there.
The stickier the situation gets, I know. That's why I hesitated to bring it up.
well, the stickier the situation gets, the harder it gets to keep it secret. Although I guess like a secret society that's kept the identity secret is probably good at secrets. But the thing that I was really going to say is that it makes our job a lot harder. And I look at the other four or other three of them.
What if we all just...
You mean
Really?
whatever it is you're down here looking for?
Right. What if someone else gets to it first?
But is this the they come down right now situation, Gene?
Oh no, it'll take some
Yeah.
time.
We'd have to get a team together and stuff.
All right. Well, then let's go with that option. And in the meantime, keep exploring this room. Have Mars theoretically hide these crates somewhere in this giant ass room so that they're
Yeah.
not easily found. And then go keep exploring and looking.
Sounds
for
like a
things.
plan. So you're going to go down the stairs and see if we can find the ground floor to this place?
I mean, stairs or the other catwalk. That's kind of where we're at.
I vote the stairs. The catwalks are creepy.
All right.
Yeah.
It's literally just a metal platform, but
All right, well,
There's also what appears to be like a manual like gate on one side of this platform that maybe a lift rises up to, something that made transporting these easier. But currently, there's no lift risen up to the gate. It's just the
sure.
gate.
So downstairs, it sounds like we're
It
going.
occurs to me that you have sent me. People are asking to see what the Lewis Haven Empire logo
symbol
looks
is,
like.
yeah.
I don't have
This
it
is of
preloaded,
course.
so
Oh,
Sorry.
we don't have it preloaded? Okay.
I thought you could just drag it.
I can. I'll drag it over my face. This is it. I think I can make it.
It's the current one, so the ancient one would be somewhat different, probably, but that's like the gist.
Yep, it kind of looks like that, but older. Dragging it all over our faces.
Probably contained within a circle and has some weird Latin stuff like Roman Empire
Mm-hmm.
design.
Yep,
You know,
that's
you
pretty
get it.
accurate.
There it is. Sorry, no, I don't have every piece of art ever preloaded into OBS.
Yeah, no, I know you don't. That's why I put it in the chat for you.
How dare you?
Ben, report.
The reason I thought you had it is because I'm pretty sure we used the symbol already once, and I didn't know if you had just like a collection of them.
I mean, I probably have it on my desktop, but I
Hmm.
do not have it preloaded. I
Okay.
did not do that. I have the Vurix one. Nope, never mind. I got rid of it.
For the
That
best,
one-
you don't want to keep that on your
that one
computer.
was
It's
weird.
cursed.
Cursed meme. All right. Anyway.
So we're going down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. So you descend, and you descend, and you descend.
Is this one of those creepy wrought iron, like metal spiral staircases?
Oh yeah, it's a square metal spiral staircases of wrought iron. It also forms like the pillar that holds up the catwalk, the center of it.
every like
um,
50 feet or so, Arrow's gonna crack a glow stick and like drop it, so like we can see the dots of glow sticks going up this thing.
Okay, yeah, sure. As you draw closer to the bottom, you start seeing that glint off of your headlamps, from beyond the stairs, and when you're only about 30 feet up off the ground, and you kind of look over the railing with the light beams from your headlamps, it shines off of these massive piles of something shimmering like glittering sparkles. Huge piles of crystalline material.
Whoa.
What
Shiny.
is that?
Scarrick, anything ethereal down there?
I was just about to ask.
When you take a look on the ethereal, these piles of crystals become apparent, and they are mountainous. They fill everything in your vision down here, and they are all just, honestly, almost seems like just pure magic. Like, those might...
Oswin with crystallized dark matter.
You
Is this the
did.
thing?
It's not quite the same, no. But it is a similar construct. So, what you harvested for Oswin was activated crystalline dark matter, and this is inactive. So it hasn't drawn in new magic in a long time. So it's just kind of been
Activated
bleeding it
charcoal
off.
versus inactivated charcoal.
Sure.
I know, I'm joking. It's fine. Okay, so this is inactive, you say, though?
Yeah, it's not active, which
Cool.
means it's not actively pushing out radiation or magical energy of any kind.
We're talking like Scrooge McDuck levels of
Yeah,
mountains here.
this is like Scrooge McDuck mountains of crystalline material
Of
that's
wealth,
glittering.
basically.
Scrooge
Yeah.
McMountains, if you will.
Oh,
I'm
this
gonna
is
switch
definitely
to
like
infrared.
if someone owned this, they would be incredibly wealthy.
Okay,
Like
all right.
this stuff can be sold for a very high price.
So,
Well, hell yeah.
So-
I'm switching to infrared to see if there are any heat signatures in there.
You don't see any heat signatures.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
the fact that it's inactive, hopefully that means we don't have to worry about anything's down here feeding on it.
That's
Like,
something.
That's a good point. Does the wait, hold on. Do these stairs, and Arrow like looks over the railing. Do the stairs like ultimately go down into this crystalline pile?
Yeah, you'll basically be walking off the steps directly onto these crystals.
Let's go check it out.
There's also a
Okay.
good chance that there's something under the crystals.
Well, tread lightly. I don't know.
I mean, be careful, obviously, but
Well, duh.
wow, okay.
Wow. Okay. And Arrow takes a few steps forward.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
So wait, everyone stop. I've put something together. I've connected two dots. All right, I've got it. I
Yes,
figured it
what's
out.
up?
I got it. The KGC wants this.
Do you mean they want
KGC
this?
wants this.
They are trying to buy the station to turn it into a KGC trading post.
Wait, this is what they're after?
I assume they have to figure there's like, lots of valuable shit here because it was a Lewis Haven war station, right? I don't know if this is exactly what they were looking for, but the
Gene, did you say that somebody came down here before us? Did you see
KGC.
somebody go in?
No, I saw. Well, it was dark, but I thought I saw somebody come down.
And there weren't any vehicles or anything else that made it been a hint at. Okay. Well, we know that.
The point is that we personally cannot sell this shit because someone will want to know where we're getting it. It'll
Well,
look like
yeah.
some sort of smuggling ring or some sort of trafficking ring or something, like that. But the more important point is that we can make a donation of it to the station government. They can sell it, less questions asked, and have the money to not be bought out by the KGC.
So what do we?
Wait,
just
how
like a
close
scoop
is
of it
this
then?
deal going? Hold on.
It's
This is
been like
all.
a couple
This
weeks,
is all just a
and
lot to
correct me if
process.
I'm
This is a
wrong.
lot of politics that I
Yeah.
was not thinking about
I
today.
mean-
I get you're like connected to mahogany and everything, so you must be really aware of this.
I wouldn't say really aware of it, all right, but
Like
it's just
Mahogany Jones, the
yes,
public
the
the
finance
lead of the
department.
finance department
Yeah,
for
that
the
one.
for the governor.
Ever's girlfriend, yeah.
Oh,
No, we went on like 3 dates, all right.
oh, 3 dates is a lot.
3 days is a lot.
Have you talked about going steady?
Wig, it seems like a lot to you because you don't go on dates, all right,
Big
but it's not a
jackals.
lot. We have not talked
mean-
about going steady, and anyway, the point is,
Not wrong about that.
Hey,
yeah,
What? You say no to me every time.
You are all
Exactly.
really
She
making my
turns red.
brain hurt
she
here,
turns
gang.
red. She's like, what? I thought we were gonna not talk about this.
I'm sorry. You're right. It's okay
No,
to
no.
be busy.
No. Twig, you aired my relationship in front of everyone, so why don't we just talk a little bit more about this situation? How many times have you asked her out, Jean?
It was really only like one actual date, but Twig's a very busy woman. She's got a lot of people to help, and I'm not
Twig,
really on
why
the
do you
station all the time.
deflect? Why Jean seems like a great person, so I'm not really sure
She's-
why you're deflecting here.
Don't put her on the spot like this.
It looks like
I-
she's overheating.
I
She's
shouldn't have put you
defending
on the
you
spot.
right now.
That's
a good quality in a
Ever,
partner.
I know that we're at heads as usual. I'm really not prepared to deal with this right now.
Sure. Okay. Regardless, does anybody care if I float that plan by Mahogany?
Arrow raises his hand.
Yes, Arrow.
I just wanted to interject and say that this is getting really hard to follow. When I got out of bed this morning, it was the crazy invisible freedom fighters were a total myth, and the idea that we're sleeping on mountains.
You run a conspiracy radio show.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe them all. Just Beavers.
Just Beavers.
You both get a finger. So your intergalactic politics of buying the station is it's a lot to process. Can we just go touch the shiny rocks and see if the mask is in there? And you guys can bicker about your...
Do that, but Arrow, I don't want to make decisions about all this, and I'm like, I will definitely make sure we get compensated for our part in helping the station pay off the KGC, because I like the management of this station, all right? It's the reason I've been here this long. I don't really want to see it turn into a KGC outpost. I can't afford that.
Cool.
Go touch a shiny rock.
Okay. Arrow's going to go down the stairs and touch shiny rocks.
Yeah, stuff your pockets.
So you guys step out onto the piles of crystals. They seem relatively firm, like they're walk-onable, but it's kind of like that loose crumble of like sand or a bunch of pile of gravel or something that you're trying to walk on.
These to all be very tiny Legos. Like, Legos are kind of firm, but they'll shift.
Oh yeah, exactly. And these guys have sharp, weird edges too, just like Legos. So like, honestly, it's a good thing you're wearing boots.
I'm gonna sit on the bottom of the stairs and grab a couple and put them in my suitcase with a note to Munir explaining the situation and plan, because I know that he and Mahogany are actually on the same side for this one.
Okay.
And basically tell him, let her know ASAP, and I will just send as many as I can through the suitcase whenever he tells me he's ready.
Okay. So you pick a few of them up. So where is everybody at right now? Ever's sitting at the bottom of the steps.
Arrow's maybe like 5 feet off the steps into the crystals.
Yep.
He's not running
into the
off
crystals.
Yeah.
Right. Jean's standing nearby. Says like, well, if that lift thing is going to be around, it'll probably be over that way.
I'll go over and see what I can do.
Twig is trying to frantically figure out if she just was extremely embarrassing and also ruined her relationship with Jean. So don't worry about it.
No.
No.
She's just standing in the corner quietly overheating. I also
Really
not
a
sure
disaster.
where I can really pitch in here. So if you want me on something,
where's that screenshot I had of like my old computer cores maxed out? That's
That's Twig right now.
That's Twig right now.
Scarrick, you kind of take a few steps forward, and the ethereal landscape of the hilly terrain makes it really hard to focus. But for a moment there seems to be almost like a shift in the hills, like a pulse, and then it's gone.
I'm gonna stop.
Arrow, as you step out onto it and like try and like gauge your footing, behind you ever reaches down and picks up a few of these, wraps them in like a note that she has written, and puts them in her suitcase. Um, you glance out and you see a very large red crystal that you did not see before.
Whoa.
It's down near the base, like one of the volleys, like as one of the wall pieces, but it's very sizable and looks like a single discrete piece.
Holy smokes.
Chill out, Apu.
Hey, come check it out.
Apu.
And Arrow is gonna like try to like get a better look at it, so he'll probably walk that way if the grounding is steady.
Mhm. So Aaron says, "Hey, come check this out," and he starts walking down one of the hills.
Where are you going?
It's
I'm gonna shift to try to look at what Arrow's walking towards.
Okay.
There's like a big
I'm
thingy.
keeping an eye out for another pulse.
Yeah, Arrow, you glance back and say, "It's like a big thingy." And when you look back, it's not there anymore.
What? Oh, well, hold on.
Looks like the same hills as ever in the ethereal to you when you finally get a chance to look.
You okay, Arrow?
Squint.jpg. Yeah, my bad. I must have caught the light wrong. I thought there was like a really big one over here, but it's just another mound. And he'll
Are
turn
you
around
sure
and
you don't need glasses?
shut up, and he'll start trudging up the.
To be
He says
fair,
that
it is really dark
lovingly.
here.
It's just dark. Whatever. I thought there was a big one. Thought it could be valuable. And he'll start trudging his way back up the hill.
Yeah, you start trudging back up the hill, and as you get to the top of the hill, you can see from the other side, while everybody else is kind of looking in a different direction, you see another one of them. It's a big red crystal in the side of one of the hills.
So he might regret this. He sees the big red one, and he's gonna turn his back and look where he saw the first one.
Not there.
And he's gonna turn back and look to the one he just saw.
It's not there either.
He's gonna pull out. He's gonna pull.
What?
Y'all might really.
It's a
roll your eyes at
quantum
this one.
moon problem.
He's gonna
Quantum
pull out
moon.
his folding Vespa, his light cycle,
Oh,
Okay.
and he's gonna get because this is a tiny little electric thing, right? And he's gonna sit on
Uh-huh.
Flip it out like a razor
Yep.
scooter.
it, basically. Whoosh. Click, click, click. Wom wom. And he's gonna look out on the horizon again.
You see another hill with a red crystal on it.
He's gonna lock
Arrow,
his
what are you
red
doing?
crystal.
He's gonna lock his eyes on it and be like, "Hold on." Whoa, 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 whoa. And he's gonna start.
You gonna drive there?
And is it a con save to not blink?
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one though. Just get a 5 or better.
I rolled an 18. Wow, wasted a really good roll on that.
wow.
So Arrow's just like.
You start approaching. Ever you get
It's
a
dragon.
message back saying, "I don't have room to store a lot of these, but if you could get a decent sampling size, say a small bag's worth, we could perhaps use it for additional proof."
Great. I'm gonna take the suitcase and just scoop and close it.
Okay. You
Small
start
bag.
scooping, and as so you guys see Arrow driving into the darkness, basically.
He's got a headlamp.
And you glance at where he's going, and Scarrick, you think you see what he's talking about, except that to your ethereal eye, that looks like a big red eye. And when Arrow is about 10 feet away from it, it blinks.
Stop. Oh. Oh.
And when it does, you can see the black slit of like a cat's eye type shape and then
Oh my god.
something
Goodness.
shifts, and parts of the hills kind of like
Is Arrow seeing
shake.
this too, or just Scarrick?
No, you're seeing this too,
Okay, good.
Arrow.
Okay, all right.
And the crystals like fall partially off as this creature, which you realize is most of the hills, begins to shake off the crystals, revealing its like hard black scales, and then the eyes start opening up on its body. These huge red eyes, roughly the size, roughly 4 or 5 feet in diameter, with black slits. Eyes that you've seen before in one other Night Vale creature. Except this one, this Leviathan, is roughly 400 feet long at least, as it's coiled through the room. And its head rises near where Arrow is and looks down at him. And as its maw opens, you just see teeth that have teeth on them.
Fear.
Muscles
Fear.
on the teeth.
Fear.
So Arrow's just gonna.
It's its head. My crystals. The voice resounds in your heads. And that's where we'll end today's session.
God. Empty your pockets.
Too late.
Oh
Some of
my
this is
God.
gone. Some of them are
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
Some of them have just been stolen.
Just look at the chat, Ben. Raz is very excited.
I think Raz is excited.
Long Via.
Is she
Dragon,
single?
dragon. Oh,
Look,
boy.
I love nothing more than evoking smog imagery.
I
Yeah.
really didn't catch that one. I was not
have
thinking
to
this was a
ask.
lair at all. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Steve?
So
Yeah.
the catwalk we had to cross, is that above us?
Yeah, it is.
How far up is that?
We can
Like
see.
200 feet.
We can see because of all the stupid glow
I'm
sticks. in front,
pretty
right?
sure you told
Yeah.
me when we walked in that it was 60 feet down to the bottom where things were glittering.
You could see. Oh, yeah, sorry. It was about 60 feet.
So not 200 feet, Steve.
That was my bad.
Okay, I still have some calculations to make.
And we can
I
do
mean,
those next
Mars
time.
is in range, if that's what you're worried about.
Just how much? I don't know how much Mars weighs off the top of my head.
Oh,
but
you're talking about
that
bringing the
much
catwalk
weight
down next
just-
time. I see.
Boom.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out what happens in 2 weeks' time. That'll be what?
It'll
Aaron?
be June 2nd. Will be our next stream.
June 2nd.
And
That'll be the day.
If you're forgetful like I am, you can always be reminded by following us on our socials. Our social channels are once again at Starwyrms on Twitter, Spaceships and Starwyrms on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're not already there, come hang out and join us at the Discord. We've got a link right down below if you're watching us on Twitch, and that's where you can find us. Once again, a huge shout out and thank you to Emmy, who does all of our artwork, well, most of our artwork for the show, all of our character artwork. You can find her handles at Nutellarella. And, of course, a big thank you once again to Camper Creations, who makes my dice box. Audrey, I forgot your shout-outs.
Talenchi Studios, St. Louis company that does magnetic insert journals.
And I believe Terrible Trio that does Scarrick's, the custom Scarrick and Mars dice that have been...
Yes.
On fire,
Yeah,
I'm about to
honestly.
say, I'd say
Okay, no,
well,
they were bad at the beginning of the night.
They had to
Gotta be
warm up.
honest, it was bad.
but it all balanced out. So
It did.
So yeah, if there's nothing else, then yeah, the next stream
That's
is going to
it.
be on June 2nd. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.